Fight fans, this is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And I apologize. I'm just getting everything situated. My intention was to come on at 8:30, but I am here now nonetheless. When you guys come in, hit that like button. As you guys can hear me cooking, I am also cooking some stuff on the George Foreman Lean Green, Lean Mean Fat Reducing Machine. All with those bars. Hammer Scratch, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Untold, who? Bars. Parsha, Mr. Big Jingles. Hello there, Parsha, Mr. Big Jingles. So, right now we have Neri versus Castro. It's been a good fight. I've been back and forth. I haven't really covered it quite well. Neri's outlanded Castro by 8 points, or 8 punches rather. Rafael Velasco, counterpunch to you, brother. I'm doing good. King Mike Hall in the building. You guys hit that like button. Oh, nice exchange. Nice exchange. Owen Bradley, hello to you. Coming in with that high counterpunch. Yeah, hit that like button. Man, I got some burgers on the grill, some lean, grass-fed burgers. I got all the trimmings. I got the tomatoes. I got the avocado. I got the cheese, the lettuce. I got it all. Who you got winning? I just turned it on in the 5th round. It's hard because it's been a competitive fight. Neri has been a lot busier. Okay, Castro has been the counterpuncher. So it really depends on what you like. And it's almost like watching a no. I was gonna say a Erislandy Lara fight, but Erislandy Lara works on precision and accuracy, whereas other fighters like volume. Okay, just like the opponent that he drawed with, which was Castaño, that actually beat Jermell Charlo. A lot of people think so, but nonetheless, it was an official draw. Skrilla 50, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Cisco Perez in the building. Man, so it's a good fight thus far. Good fight. Let me check on my my burgers real quick. This is the beginning of the 8th round. I don't want to burn them up. Hold on just a second. Is Leo Santa Cruz on the card tonight? Todd 0864. Yes, he is. Okay, he is on the card. Yes, he's just starting. Yes, I'm just starting. Okay, let's see here. Burgers. 2 out of 3 complete. Now let me get back to the live stream so we can all meet bars. All right. 2 out of 3 complete with the burgers. And as I say that and I come back, Neri throws a 6-punch combination at Castro. And here's the deal. This is what I've been seeing with this fight, right? You have Neri. He will throw like some Manny Pacquiao, right? And either Castro, he takes it, he gets caught with a couple, but then he brushes it off. Then Neri has to then reset because he's tired. Now here comes Castro. That's been the fight. When you're gonna come down and get a burger and fries, Carlos, man, real soon, brother, real soon, because I will be going back that way in the next probably week and a half or something like that, and I will be down that way. Missing some Leo fights, win, lose, or draw. He puts up a good show. Watch the twitching hand. I know he's like, you know who used to do that a lot, and a lot of people forgot or didn't know. Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley was good with that. Sugar Shane used to shuffle them though. Manny Pacquiao, he does a little twitch before he throws like 5 or 6 punch combinations. If you can remember, he just like he's like he's setting to release mayhem. That's the mayhem release stance. That's that twitch, right? But yeah, Leo Santa Cruz, man, believe it or not, before Gervonta Tank Davis landed that left uppercut and put his ass into a temporary coma, he was beating his ass. If you looked at Gervonta Tank Davis's face, his face was here. He's a fair brother. His face was here. His face was here. His face was here. He was catching it all over the place. And Leo just didn't respect it. But he was winning. He was winning the fight. But Tank was setting that left hook. And he was missing. He was missing. But as soon as he landed, boom! But nonetheless, it was a good fight. I wish Leo Santa Cruz wouldn't with the duckery, and I lost respect for him, you know what I mean? But I started to just really chop up PBC doing the same thing, giving you fights we didn't really want to see, kind of like this one, let's be real. But the interesting thing about this fight between Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios is, I wonder if Mario Barrios has that Vinny Pazienza problem. Vinny Pazienza fought for the longest at like 140. And he got in a very bad accident, right? And he came back from that. But as he went up, he fought at 120, at 160. And he found himself a lot more powerful. Why? Because he was never meant to be 140 for his whole career. And a lot of fighters do that. They try to fight at these smaller weights, knowing damn well they walk around at 180, 185. Let's be real. We've seen Terrence Crawford. We've seen Errol Spence. We've seen these fighters get on the scale off training season, and they're 180 pounds. So you're like, okay, but you're fighting at what weight class? Neri needs to stay busy. Yeah, I mean, he does, but see, he thinks throwing those Furies is going to help him. And he's sitting there with a southpaw shoulder roll against an orthodox fighter. That's dumb. Look where his head's at. His head is to get popped with the jab. Okay? The only reason he ain't got his head knocked off, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I've seen him take a couple stiff ones to the face. Hey, Kurt, what's happening, man? You enjoying the fight? I'm off to sleep soon. I'm shattered. Karn, hey, I don't blame you, dude. It's like, what, 3 in the morning over there? I mean, how long can you stay up? That's the thing that kills a lot of these fights, time. Yeah, everybody hit that like button, which we're doing a great job. We got 17 out of 24. You know what I mean? That's something like 2 out of 3. And 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But I will let people come in and join. I have a pork shoulder in the crock pot, 25 minutes left. Yum, yum. I heard that. Enjoying a Bud Light and listening to Kurt's commentary. Cisco Perez. I tried have you guys tried it was a Bud Light, is it Schessler or something like that? It's like supposed to be zero. It wasn't bad. I tried a black cherry one. And I thought it would be nasty, but it wasn't. It was actually quite good. It wasn't too sweet because it didn't have sugar like that. And I was at the airport, and I had one, and I drunk that one, and I was like, damn, that shit's good. So I went back and I bought like 2 more, maybe 3 more, and then they had something at the gift shop. This was in Fort Lauderdale, right? So they had this thing in the gift shop where you could only buy no more than 3. No more than 2. And I was like, dude, are you kidding? I'm giving you business. Because our flight was delayed, right? Arizism. What's up, brother? Bless up. Hope you had a good one. Man, I'm having a great one. I'm having a great one thus far. You know, this live stream is good. Small, the few, the Counterpunch squad, we're coming in. What do you think of Fernando Vargas Jr.? I don't know. I don't know much about him. I haven't really honestly seen him fight a lot. You know, I should go back because his father was ferocious, fearless. He's helping his son out. It could have been worse because that punishment he took from Trinidad, the Sugar Shane Mosley fights, dude, the Oscar De La Hoya fight, but Fernando Vargas fought everyone. Now his son, I can't tell you. I know he's young. I know he's up and coming. I remember Fernando Vargas used to have him in the ring after his fights, having him on his shoulders and stuff. I'm like, damn, he looks like his daddy, right? But I don't know. I haven't really seen him fight, so I couldn't really tell you. Kieth wins, I hope. Well, Kieth looked like a little bitty dude compared to Mario Barrios. Listen, Mario might be one of those guys that might be hella strong at 147. And if he was killing himself at 140, as tall as he is, that dude, he talks like a, yeah, I just want to go in there and fight, my Aztec warrior. I'm like, damn, this dude got a deep voice. I'm ready to come in there and slaughter because I'm an Aztec warrior. So is Thurman going to get back on track or is he done? I mean, he's in here. See, look, here's the thing about Kieth, right? Kieth Thurman hasn't been in the ring in so long. If he brings and gives us a mediocre performance, I want people to understand, consider it a success because he hasn't been in the ring. But he is promising, like Kieth, one-time Thurman. He is promising, a lot of this, a lot of that, and we have to see what he does, okay? We have to see what he does, what he brings to the table. He says it hits harder. He says he feels better. He looks a lot better. I mean, Kieth Thurman got muscles now. You know what I mean? He just looked like a member of Bone Thugs before with a ponytail. Now he actually got muscle definition. He has that. He looks shredded, but he looks a lot smaller than Mario Barrios. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. So we will have to see. We will definitely have to see. Barrio will surprise. See, and that's the thing. If Barrio, and this is what happens. If Barrio comes in and takes out Thurman, who will be sitting back laughing? Gervonta Tank Davis. And now Gervonta Tank Davis will be the first one to say, man, I told y'all I was going to whoop. I'd have whooped Kieth too. I'd have whooped Kieth Thurman. I'd have whooped him too. I'd have whooped him like I whooped Red Cash in sparring. I'm not sure about Thurman. It's been a while, but damn, he's been working hard. He has. Decided to skip on buying this fight, but still interested in how it goes. Yeah. I missed the other fight with Kieth or with Chris Eubank. But yeah, I'm interested to see it too. Well, the first fight is over. It had action. It definitely had action. It had exchange. But as far as I know, you got some nicks, you got some bruises. I don't know. I don't know how this fight goes. I think this is going to go to the politics side of things. Vladimir Hernandez, okay, and I think he's taking on Jesus Ramos. Okay, so that's the next fight. Henry Gomez, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Let me check on this burger. Let me check on the burger. Oh, yeah, it looks good. George Foreman rib. Yeah. All right, guys, food is complete. We were looking at replays of the fight. Good body work by Neary. Good uppercuts. Okay, I don't know what that was about. Was that his father? He just got through throwing like a four-piece combination to his body. I don't know. I don't understand that per se, but it is what it is. Um, 2 year layoff might hurt him. Tony Thomas. Yeah, it may. But we'll see. That's what I want to see about Keith Thurman. And let me tell you something. Keith Thurman has one loss, right? If it wasn't for the inactivity with Keith, Keith would be on a different level. Okay, believe it or not, people talk about Errol Spence, but you forget who Errol Spence was running after. Errol Spence was running after Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was either injured or whatever. You know, he had an injury, he had this injury, he had that injury. He landed the Pacquiao fight. He got dropped in the first round, but he fought himself back. It was a split decision loss for him. Okay, it wasn't a unanimous decision. You know, Manny Pacquiao did his thing, but so did Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman did enough, but like he said, he just ran out of rounds, which I believe that. I mean, it was a close fight because he was starting to catch Manny, and, you know, I was starting to worry about Manny because he was catching Manny with that straight right. You know what I mean? He was catching him with that straight right. And I was like, I mean, Manny was taking it, and he'd sit back and do that little mean mug of something, you know, he doesn't like. But nonetheless, if that fight, I forget the scorecards, but that was a split decision, right? So it's really nothing to be ashamed of. It's just, see, it's Manny. And you have to understand that's why a lot of fighters don't really like to take risk on the PBC because they don't want to end up like Keith Thurman. But Keith Thurman was the guy that got eventually what he wanted. You know, Keith Thurman, fighters like Keith Thurman, Amir Khan, those type of fighters, they wanted that elite level fight. Like Amir Khan wanted Mayweather, he wanted Pacquiao, he got Canelo, he got knocked out, right? Keith Thurman wanted Mayweather, Keith Thurman wanted Pacquiao, he wanted to put hands on Pacquiao since 2017. They ended up fighting in 2019. He got dropped in the first round. He did his thing, but he lost. Okay, now he's back after 19, 20, 21. Now it's 22. So wait a minute. Okay, that's 2 years. That's 20, 21. Wow. Almost 3 years because it's, 4 months from being 3 years. So we have to consider that, man. It's more than 2.5. More than 2.5. You know, like a 2 3/4. You know what I mean? But okay, Jambone Gaming. Are you going to counterpunch Canelo saying that he could beat Fury at Fury? He could beat Fury and Usyk. I read it today. I was wondering if he really said that. You read what and where? Where did you read that? No, he said, "Oh, Fury, AJ, and Usyk." Uh, yeah, I never heard. I didn't see that. You know, but if Canelo was a heavyweight, if he was a stocky heavyweight, naturally stocky heavyweight that could punch hard, he kind of would probably be coming in there looking like Vinny Pazienza, you know, short, kind of stocky, like Wolverine-ish, Logan-ish, right? And then he could still move with the reflexes and stuff like that. I give him a shot at guys like Joshua, definitely, because the way Joshua doesn't like shorter fighters, right? Tyson Fury would probably be the second, and Usyk would be the most difficult. Why? Because Usyk's smaller than all of those guys. Those bigger guys tend to be easier to hit, but you know they pack power. So who's to say Canelo won't get knocked out? But you have to remember, if Canelo was a heavyweight and he had the beard and he could take the punches like we've seen him take in the past, we might be talking about something. We just may be talking about something. Maybe, just maybe. But I don't know, but him saying that's a bold statement. I mean, I think it's cap, but I mean, that's the breakdown. That's the counterpunch. If he said that, nearly got that knockdown that probably won it. Okay, I didn't even know he had a knockdown. So here we are for another one, even though I didn't think I was going to get this fight until the end. Yeah, I didn't know either. I did not know either. Canelo wouldn't beat Usyk, maybe AJ. Yeah, Steven, I'm with you. He wouldn't beat Usyk. Usyk has two. One thing that will kill Canelo, and we've seen footwork. It's not punch for punch. Nobody's that dumb. It's not upper body movement. He's really, really good at that. But understand something about Canelo. Canelo overcompensates his ability to his upper body movement. I don't know, he looked like he got better. But then the fighters that he's fought, who were they? People like, oh, Canelo's getting better and better. Okay, well, who did he fight? Well, he fought Durham. He fought everybody at 168. We'll get there in a second. But before that, he was like, hey, he's in his prime. All right. He fought Danny Jacobs. He fought Triple G again. And it looks like he was just he looked more tuned in, fine-tuned his skills a bit. And he was better at, I think he got better at upper body movement, side to side, slipping, working, the angles, waiting and looking for the counters. But did he really get better with his footwork? And the only way that we would know that is he gets in there with somebody with elite footwork themselves, i.e. Floyd, Money Mayweather, Erislandy Lara, those type, even though Lara's not the same. Lara is not the same fighter he used to be. He's damn near 40 himself. He's like 38 or something like that. 37, 38. So he's on up there. And if you could tell, even in the Jared Swift-Hurd fight, when he fought him, he couldn't move like that. You could tell. It looked like Pacquiao. Remember Pacquiao in the Ugas fight? He didn't move like he did. He threw combinations. He had those fast hands. I think he will always have that. I think there will always be his aggressive style. If he fought to 100, he'll still be boom, 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 boom. Imagine Pacquiao. Imagine Pacquiao, 70 years old. I want to fight the best fighter. I am stronger. I have the experience here in my head. Pacquiao will still be boom, 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 pow, pow. Canelo too short. Well, no, you can't say Canelo's too short. You can't say that because look where Mike Tyson was. Look where David Tua. You got fighters that were short, bro. Fuck. Look at Rocky Marciano. Those were short guys, man. They weren't tall. They weren't tall guys. Hell. And look, I'll say this. And this is what I'm going to say. And people, you might give me flack or whatever. I think Canelo Alvarez will beat the shit out of someone like Rocky Marciano. There, I said it. Would he be able to knock him out? Well, he's never been beaten, so I don't think. But he's been beaten and dropped by guys like the old Mongoose, legend, but a smaller fighter. Josie Joe Walcott, bigger guy, but out of his prime, okay? Outboxing him, dropped Rocky Marciano the same way. So someone like Canelo taking on a guy that's a Rocky Balboa style, Canelo would eat him for live. He would eat Canelo shit. I said it. That is what I said. It's over. Make that what you will. I think he would do that. I think Canelo could go up and cruiser, because basically Rocky Marciano was a cruiser. He fought at like 185. He was a smaller guy. Okay? And I think he would destroy Rocky Marciano. There, I said it. It was in Talk Sport UK article today. Okay. Yeah, well, that's something I'll definitely counterpunch before I turn it in. Let's see. Talk Sport, eh? Let's see if I can find it real quick. Talk sports kind of weird because okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I did find it. So yeah, I will counterpunch it in as time permits. Cool. Does Wilder fight again from Roger Downs? I think he does. Why? Because him fighting Fury, like I give both of those guys a big question mark. Not necessarily criticism. I give them both a big question mark. Why? How so? Because these guys fought each other. They were dancing partners from a span of 3 years. And in 3 years, from 18, 19, 20, 21, they've gave us these fights, right? And but anybody else they fought, and here's the thing, I think Wilder fought better opposition than Fury in their time, in their entanglement times. So, because Wilder, he fought Ortiz twice, but he fought him within that realm of time when they fought. So that 3 year span, that window, Wilder fought Ortiz, fought Dominic Brazil, and by that, Dominic Brazil was only beaten by Anthony Joshua. Okay, he knocked him out cold, and that was it. But for Fury, the only person he really fought worth of shit was who? Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin owned and paid his passage to be considered a heavyweight contender by doing what? Pushing Tyson Fury to the limit. Okay, so other than that, though, he didn't fight anybody else. So you had two guys that really the most dangerous people they fought were themselves. Let's see these guys fight somebody else. So if you ask me, should Deontay Wilder retire? I don't think he should. I don't think he should fight or retire. I think he should fight. I think he should pick up with his new trainer. I mean, it would be a shame if he retired with a guy that's supposed to, open up all the tools in the in the toolbox for him. Why would he retire at this point? I can, and now don't get me wrong. He took an ass beating in that Tyson Fury fight. That may or may not gave him long-term damage. We have to be real, because forget what we want. We are just the spectators. Okay. We are not the people that's going in there taking the punches. I want people to understand that, because once people realize these guys put their life on the line, they're doing it for the prize. Some people are doing it, if they're already rich or whatever, like Pacquiao, or what I mean. They're doing it for the glory or the legacy, or hey, I want to be the best. I love this sport, the sport that I love, that I hate so much. I love this. But they're also doing it for our own entertainment. Okay. And people lose their life every year. You seen the stats. Somebody dies. Somebody gets killed in the ring. Hell, 19, we had 4 deaths, right? Dada Shaw, Patrick Day, okay? Guy got hit in sparring and died. I can't remember the other guy. God bless him. So, look, should he retire? There's reason for him to retire, because he has the money. He ain't doing it for the prize. Wilder's had more money than he's ever had in this series of his life than he's ever seen. So, the thing is he motivated to fight again? Because if he talks like that, we don't know. We don't know how motivated he would be or should be. All he wanted back is his revenge and blood. Did he make Tyson Fury fall? Yes, he did. Did Fury get back up? Yes, he did. Did he drop him again? Yes, he did. Did he make him bleed? Yes, he did. Did he make him sweat? Yes, he did. Okay. Did he hit him with that right like he wanted to? Yes, he did. Did he win? No, he didn't. Did he put on one hell of a fight? Yes, he did. So, it's almost like, hey, what else could you do and say about that? So He has his kids, all that shit he talks. Oh, I die in the ring. Well, hell, I'll believe you. I believe you. I believe him. He would die in the ring. Or put it this way, he's willing to die in the ring. That's better said, because that's what he said. So, Roger, there you go. His ring IQ is something special, and I believe people still underestimate him even after beating AJ. You talking about Usyk? Yeah. And he's going to have to do it again. And it's going to be very interesting to see what Joshua does if he loses again. It will be interesting to see Tyson Fury lose, how he would react. Would he turn into another Wilder? Or would he be like Wilder now? Because Deontay Wilder, he's a better guy now. He used to be mean. He used to be resentful. He used to say crazy things. Now he's just thankful. He's with his girl, beautiful wife, beautiful family. They're doing stuff together. They got money to invest in doing different things to make them more money, to bring them residual income and all that good stuff. But saying all that could that be the fire? The fury is gone from Wilder. Is the fire gone from Wilder? So I don't know. But Alexander Usyk, back to him, yeah, he's a totally different fighter, Okay, Vladimir Hernandez, 13, 4, and 6. Okay, he's from Ciudad Lerdo, Mexico. Okay. No. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Karn, what's up, brother? Kind of punch to you. Joe DeLeon. Wilder retires. I mean, if he does, I wouldn't want to see it. Because Wilder, I think Wilder was real dangerous, though. They fucked him up. They put all that weight on him. They tried to make him something he wasn't. He didn't need the weight. And I think that was another mind game. Fury's 270. So you need to get bigger. Let's start lifting weights. Let's start showing him that I can lift at 300 pounds. No, knock out a 300-pound motherfucker. You don't have to lift 300 pounds. So I think that was a lot of mind games, and I think they did these adjustments that weren't necessary and they did not work. Deontay Wilder did not have to be no more than 225 pounds to knock anybody in the heavyweight division out. If I was a part of his team, that would be the first thing I would do. Get that fucking weight off of you. You know what I mean? Carlton Graham, much love, Kurt, 3 a.m. from London. London in the building. I have to, all you guys from the UK, my UK fans, I appreciate you guys for staying up because, dude, it's late. It's late. It's 9:14 here, right? Central time. So that has to mean it's 3 o'clock there, 3 in the morning. At 3 in the morning, I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm dozing. If I'm trying to stay up, I'm dozing off. So thank you guys. I hear people saying Fury will smother Usyk. What nonsense they're talking. Karn, I think it's bullshit, because Usyk's not going to, for one, Usyk's not going to sit there and get held. If you notice anything about Ukrainian fighters, especially this new age, Lomachenko and Volchnik, remember him, Alexander Usyk, they do not like to get held or submitted, okay? They like to be free, to move, to react, to punch. So that's what they like to do. Hernandez, he's coming in and he's missing a lot of these shots. Oh God, he gets caught with a quick right hook on the inside from Ramos. Ramos is a big guy though, but he fights like a smaller guy. This is a perfect fight for Ramos because a lot of these guys are so tailor-made because he gets caught with a counter left, and pretty soon it's almost this. You know what this fight reminds me of? This fight reminds me of James Kirkland and Canelo Alvarez. Well, James Kirkland came in throwing shots up, down, side to side, throwing these bombing punches, and you're thinking to yourself like, damn, James Kirkland hits hard, but damn, Canelo Alvarez has a chin. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because Canelo took all that, worked himself on the inside, then start throwing and dropping those counters on Kirkland. You know, Hernandez is James Kirkland. Ramos is Canelo Alvarez. You know, him being a southpaw, he's just taking everything he has. He's working on his defense, which is smart, by the way, especially when a person is going to stay busy. And here's the thing. These are two southpaws. You know, so it's a very even fight. Oh, good right hook. I think that hurt Hernandez just a bit. Hernandez gets in a good left. Right across the right shoulder of Ramos. Eubank Jr. stinks. What happened to Chris? You know, Eubank. Woo! I think Usyk versus Canelo would be awesome, but I'd want to see it at cruiserweight, not heavy. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be at heavy because that's disadvantaging Canelo. He's not a damn heavyweight. Come on. You know what I mean? And for people that want to see that at heavy, they're just Canelo haters. You know what I mean? I am not a Canelo hater. I counterpunch everybody the right way, the way they should be counterpunched. Fairly. I'm fair, but I'm firm. I'm like Joe Cortez. If you guys know who that is, that's a referee, and that was his saying, okay? I love Manny. Tony Thompson, a lot of pop, pop. Yep. Top, 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 pop, pop. Oh. Tyson wasn't fighting dudes a foot taller. Uh-oh, we got the man, Kenny Bayless. Kenny Bayless is more intense than any other referee. Let's hit that like button, guys. When you hit that like button, I promise more people will come in because this live stream will be pushed up the way it's supposed to by YouTube. YouTube needs to get it out there, needs to send it up where all the other people are. That's what we need. Hit that like button. Tua versus Tommy Morrison. Ooh, I see Tua with a massive, nasty knockout. Yep. Especially if it was in the, well, it had to be in the 90s because Morrison wasn't even fighting. Yeah, understand Morrison was a lot, I don't know if he was a lot older. I know he was only 44 when he died, but he was 44, I think, in 2008. So yeah, he's a lot older than David Tua. But David Tua was a beast, man. He was a beast. I would love to see that fight. That's a good combination, man. You know, that's a good matchup. You know, a lot of people don't think of Morrison versus David Tua. First time I ever really thought of those two guys fighting. So many different combinations when you're talking about guys that you can match up. You know, the differences in style and, you know, time frame. You know, those fantasy fights will always be something that, you know, we could talk about, you know, as a community. See, Ramos, he's definitely, you know, he's getting his shots. Oh, he takes a good left from Hernandez. Dang. He has to watch that because he drops that right hook. Bow! Here comes there comes the straight left. Man. You know, that might have hurt Ramos a bit. You know, you got to be careful with these fighters out of Mexico because he's coming to work. He clips him again. Same punch. Straight left over the right shoulder of Ramos. Hernandez has something. And one thing about Hernandez, he's going to keep punching. He fights like El Perro, Angulo. That's who he fights like. Because he's always constantly staying busy. One sweet uppercut off AJ or Fury would dissipate Canelo. Decapitate Canelo. Yeah, absolutely. I think Canelo may be at light heavy is still a push for him, as he said it himself. Yeah, he did, but at some point, I guess he got confident because I remember he said that on the Mike Tyson podcast. He did say that, hey, you know, good right hook from Ramos. Ooh, good right and a left from Ramos. Nice. You know, Hernandez is tough though, you know, and look, good opponent, but he's tough. You know, but sometimes these opponents, you don't know them. Remember Felix Verdejo? He went in there with a mad beast, and he got his ass knocked out, you know. And I think it was like crash and burn from him, honestly. Do you see how bad Wileen was today? No, man, I didn't see it. I have to watch that fight. I have to see Chris Eubank Jr. I have to see these and counterpunch those. Wileen was terrible. Wileen was terrible. Well, that means he ain't ready. You know, that means that it depends on who he fought too. So I have to take a look at it. You know, I can't counterpunch something without seeing it. I got to see the punch. I got to see the fight. Okay, we got a super chat. Nicholas Argaros. Wilder is still someone we would all love to see. Nicholas, you are absolutely right. See, people take my criticism as hatery, but it's not hatery at all. It's just criticism. Is that Jordana Plant? That's Caleb Plant's wife. I didn't know she was a commentator. Okay, that's interesting. Did anybody know she was a commentator? I didn't. Oh, cool. Ramos just bought a home. I wouldn't have that shit for public display like that, but I would at least have the number, the name, or the number or whatever. You know, you couldn't see the street though, but I mean, you definitely seen the house. Wilder versus Usyk. Well, that would be a good fight, as long as it lasts, because Wilder, that's a dangerous fight throughout. Jim Brown, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Let's hit that like button. We got 100 people in there, over 100 people. We got 50 likes. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't hit the like button. Wilder will wait on AJ. That would be a fight I would love to see over Usyk Wilder. Why? Because these guys are supposed to fall. Okay, they've lost their last two fights. They're former champions. And we, you know, that fight right there kind of rejuvenated boxing in a sense, because let's face it, when AJ and Deontay Wilder were talking about fighting, where the hell was Tyson Fury? On a milk carton. In a strip club. Kidding. But, you know, he was 400 pounds losing that stuff, right? So he wasn't even talked about. Now he's the top heavyweight in the world. You know what I'm saying? He's the top heavyweight in the world now. People thought Wilder got exposed by Fury. Imagine what would have happened against Usyk. You know what that would have been like? That shit would have been like Manny Pacquiao fighting Oscar De La Hoya. When I think of Usyk Wilder, I think of Oscar De La Hoya versus Manny Pacquiao. Southpaw, fast, quick, in and out. He would just eat Wilder up. And then see what would happen. Wilder would take too many punches, you know, and then they would stop it. I don't think he would knock Wilder out. Wilder's tough. He has heart, and I think that would probably be the reason that if he fights too long, I want people to understand this. If Wilder fights too long, let's say he fights over in his 40s, he fights all these guys and he gets beat by damn near half of them, but he takes punishment. But the way he takes punishment, if he fights too long, he will be punch drunk. That CTE shit will be a part of his life at that point. And at that point, that'll be sad because he should have stopped long ago. See, I want to see what he does with the current guys. AJ, Usyk, Ruiz, Elenius even. Who else is there? Joe Joyce. You know, Daniel Dubois, another one. There's more. Michael Hunter, Jarrell Miller, because they got beef. Right? There's a lot of fights that he could fight. But if he starts fighting these guys like Jared Anderson and shit like that, no. Jared Anderson is on a totally different level than Deontay as far as where they are in the sport, okay? Jared Anderson is a guy that's thinking about a title. Deontay Wilder held one for 5 years. So that's the difference between looking at those fighters and matching those guys up. I don't think it's appropriate. Not saying I don't think Jared Anderson would win. I just think by the time Jared Anderson's ready for a world title, Deontay Wilder will be way out of his prime. So there you go. Mike Tyson would mess all these today heavyweight. Yeah, he would mess them up and probably, you know, he would probably beat him up outside the ring or something. What if White KO's Fury? Don't say I didn't tell you so. That won't be a surprise at all to me. You've heard that too. You've heard that too. Kurt, I can't wait for Monday. I'm headed to Punta Cana for a week. I'm not sure if I'll be sober enough to catch the Jacob versus Ryder next Saturday. Well, Henry, first of all, I think you would need look at your Dennis Ugas, the guy that retired Manny Pacquiao. Salute to you. Todo cubano. And su esposa. Pretty girl. Anyhow, Henry, I don't know. Is there a way well, you know what? You can watch it there. You can watch it there. I think you have to call ahead to see what sports package picks it up. Definitely Fire Stick, but somebody with like if you have is it De Lancer? Yeah, it's like De Lancer. That's one of the major cable companies down there in DR, and I think they have it on one of the sports packages. But if you're too drunk to see it, I don't know what to tell you, because in between the Presidente Light, the Rom, the Barcelos, the Brugal, or the what's the other one, the Mamajuana, you can forget about it. You might be toast. Cisco Perez. Just showing some love, Kurt. Let's get some super chats going. Cisco Perez coming in with that $5.99 super chat. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get these super chats up in here. Why not? Eddie Vasquez just pieced up Raymond Ford on the zone. Yeah. Good thing about the zone, you can always go back and watch it. Do you see Okolie winning a heavyweight world title fight? No. Well, fight, yes. Championship, no. Otto versus Wilder would be a good fight for Wilder. At this point, yeah, it would. But, understand that would just be a tune-up fight. Because based on what you guys said, he looked shitty today. Both of those guys have beat, damn, what's his name? Big-ass guy. Dominic Brazil, right? It's amazing how easy it is to forget fighters. It's easy as shit to forget fighters when they lose. It's crazy. It's sad. But they both beat Dominic Brazil. They both had, their experiences with Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. I think that fight could happen. And Ramos, I think he has not anticipated this type of fight. Somebody's bleeding. I don't know who it is, or is those just whelps on his back? Those are just whelps. And Hernandez is actually outlanding Ramos. Ramos is throwing punches on the inside, and sometimes he's getting in. But I don't see the difference in ability at this point. I see Ramos. He looks more skilled, but now he's trying to keep him off with the jab. But it's hard to do that against Hernandez, because he's coming in Mexican style, balls to the wall, throwing the jab, throwing the right to the body, left hook, straight over the left, straight over the top, and he is bleeding in the left. Okay, so that is blood. I knew I seen blood. Usyk beats AJ in the rematch, but better. Ooh. It's a scary reality for AJ if that happens. I'm just gonna leave it there. And let's say, and here's the thing. You know what would be scary? Scarier than that? If he stops Joshua. But I mean, he really stops Joshua. That would be fucking scary. Why? Because of what Usyk already said. Usyk already said, I wasn't trying to even knock out AJ. I was just trying to outbox him. I wasn't trying to do that. He's a champion. He's a two-time unified champion. He's loved all over the world. He's a superstar. Sounds like brand protection, but to me, I know Bruce Vane talked a lot about that brand protection, where they don't let fighters or referees, are paid extra to make sure that the fighter is just not humiliated by just getting the shit knocked out of it. You know what I mean? They are able to stop it before that shit happens. That might have been the case in Madison Square Garden when he took that first L. Who knows? But if he does that, he's already said, my intention wasn't to knock out AJ. Like, what kind of fucking guy is this really? I mean, what are we dealing with? Who is this guy? You know what I mean? He beats the shit out of AJ, but he wasn't even like, it was not my mission to knock him out. But what if it is? What if they say, you know what, we're going to knock out AJ this time? It's going to destroy all the money in heavyweight boxing. People are going to say, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? And Tyson Fury should be one of them. But rightfully so. Rightfully so. He should be rightfully so. Because he should have fought him when he had the opportunity. See, the shit he claimed he wanted with AJ, that Wilder or whatever in this arbitration, they could have done that. Bob Arum said, we would have went for the arbitration and the purse bid if that would have happened sooner. And he earns the reason, the son of a bitch. You know he smokes that weed and shit. CFJ, SCO, Scotland, counterpunch to you, brother. UK fans are great. Roger Downs up in this piece. Michael Phil coming in with that UK love. Yeah, it's a little after 3 a.m. here. Wow. Wow. Vladimir was punching at holding for several years. Yeah, I believe that. He looks like that type of fighter. You know what I mean? Once in doubt, hold and hit. Shit. Grab him. Grab him. Bow. It's a good fight, though. And look, and believe it or not, Hernandez is outlanding Ramos. You know, even though Ramos is the guy, I think he's 17-0, you know, but he's in there with a tough veteran, okay? He's rubbernecking. Ooh, good straight left. Ooh, good left from Hernandez. Comes right back. So he's not giving Ramos any showcase ability, like any of this time for him to showcase these skills that he's had a reputation of showing. You know, these fighters like this, you know, he's working. You know what I mean? He's showing what Mexican fighters and Mexican people do. Work. And they work hard. And he's working hard. And he's throwing these punches. And he's throwing them to the body. He's throwing them upstairs. He's right in the pocket. His face is right in the chest of Ramos. And Ramos can't sit back and, you know, he's tried. He can't do that. It's hard to do. And like fights like this, if Hernandez was a brutal body puncher, Ramos would be quick to being done. Look at that. Look, they exchange punches. Good left, though. Jab lands. No, he misses. He misses that punch. Wow. Wow, the zone robbery just happened. Who robbed who? Did Peter rob Paul? My all-time heavyweight match would be Liston versus Foreman. Yeah, that would be. But understand, that's like little brother taking on big brother. Because Foreman looked up to Sonny Liston. Okay, Foreman was that Sonny Liston Jr. All right? It'll be a good fight, though. Have you seen Andy post on Instagram saying, can't wait for this return, my knee feels good, and who should he fight? Dude, first of all, they want proof from Dillian White that he had surgery. I want that. Fair enough. Fair enough. I want that shit from Andy Ruiz. My knee was hurt for 3 years. Like, wait a minute. You had an injury for 3 years. And that injury didn't like get worse over time. You know, something's broken, it gets worse over time. Especially if you're fighting during that time frame. And by the way, in 3 years, that's when he shocked the world. Nothing was wrong with that motherfucker's knee then. I don't know. But I would like some proof, you know. These fighters that talk about injuries, give me proof. Especially him. Because his shit's suspect because he was right back in there doing squats and shit. Right in with his personal trainer, whoever the fuck that guy was. He was there. Mr. Valentine, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Psycho Crusher in the building. I'm out, Kurt, in the chat. Good night and God bless. Carn O'Connor, hey, man. Good night to you. Hey, good run. Good run. Benatti, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you up in this piece. Don't forget to counterpunch Fury. Oh, well, you mean with the you talking about the I don't know which one. Thurman looks like Elder Barge. He does now with a slick haircut. I had some problems. It's my knee. My knee was hurting even when I fought Anthony Joshua. My knee. DJ Novastar. Que lo que? Dominicano. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Imagine this, Kurt. Big Baby Miller versus Big Baby Anderson with special guest referee Little Baby. That would be cool. David Jones, that would be. I'm dying to give everybody $1 million whoever win. I've already told you. Which way, big baby. Whoever win, I'm gonna get an extra $1 million. Cause I'm baby. J_Mac Kid just passing by. G, bless up and stay safe. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that super chat. Counterpunch to you. Hernandez is more aggressive, coming forward all the time. He is, and it's over. Now, this is what should happen. This fight could be a draw, or did they? Oh, they stopped it. What happened? He stopped that sucker. But you know, let's see. Let's see what happened, guys. Hold on. I hope Thurman loses tonight. You don't play boxing, and he's not took it seriously for a while. Well, we're definitely gonna find out. Hey, Ramos just won that house. He just paid for his house, huh? Bro, love your impressions. Yeah, see, they're out there, and look, they are relieved because this guy Hernandez, you know, did come in with a scare because I mean he was out pointing him. Let's see what happened. Ooh, straight left, and then he catches one. Oh, that hurt him though. He was definitely hurt. Ramos didn't came at him. That was behind the head punch. He missed with that one. Okay. Ooh, good body, right punch to the body. 1-2 lands. Okay, that was a bit early. Because see, that should have at least been a standing 8. So but like I'm saying, these type of this brand protection shit, see, that was way too fucking early. Way too early. He gets caught with a left and a right, okay? But he comes in, hey, it's the ref's call. But no, that was way too early. That should have at least been a standing 8. Ramos, he landed that punch. He was looking for that punch. He needed space, but it just shows you anybody that can smother him can give him problems. 10 times out of 10. Andy hurt his knee falling out of the balloon house while filming the live action remake of Pixar's Up. You guys are terrible. I ain't gonna go that far with him. I just know he's full of shit. I figure 10 times out of 10 that motherfucker's full of shit. My knee. I mean, like take it. And then next day he's doing squats. I'm like, dude, I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Oh, my knee's better. It's an instant surgery. There was no soreness or no cuts. It was laser. Laser, okay. Yeah, it's a new thing. I know you don't know anything about it, Kurt DeVille. You always talk shit about me. Go have a Twix or a Snickers on me. Rumor has it that Andy messed, chasing the ice cream truck. You guys are terrible. Do you think AJ could win back those belts from Usyk? Yeah, if he knocks him out. If he knocks him out. You know what I'm saying? If he knocks him out. That's, and then like Joshua, like skill-wise, and see, Joshua has beautiful combinations. But if you look at Joshua, he fights, and his combinations are very uh they're sporadic, but they're, he has good punch variety. He throws body, left hooks to the body, right hooks to the body, uppercuts, left hooks upstairs, rights, right uppercut, jab is good. He's a good overall fighter. And I think he gets a lot of that from like Canelo, because, a lot of Canelo's punches are uppercuts and left hooks to the body. Pop, 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 pop. And it's a beautiful thing to see. But I don't know. And he chases the ice cream truck for road work. That reminds me of the Great White Hype. If you guys can remember it, Damon Wayans. Who else? Samuel Jackson. He played like this Shabazz. No, not Shabazz. But I forget his name in that. Peter Berg. Jeff Goldblum. Cheech Morin. Sally Richardson. Joe, I forget his name. Another comedian. That shit was funny. Has Usyk ever been down? It's been this fight where it was ruled a knockdown, but I looked at it again and again. It didn't seem like it looked like a trip to me. Because the guy has a chin. That's what makes Usyk so dangerous, because Usyk's just not going to go down with one punch. Everybody thought going up to heavyweight, he's going to get caught with a punch. You're not saying, though, hold on, not saying that no heavyweight can drop Usyk. I'm not saying that. That's giving somebody too much credit, because this is heavyweight boxing. I think anybody can get their ass knocked out, including Fury, because Fury almost was knocked out by Wilder the first one. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. AJ didn't swing to knock him out. No, AJ did swing to knock him out. Did you go back and watch that fight again? J.E., Prodigal Son. Watch that shit. If you've seen AJ, it's been points. He didn't do it. It wasn't like Canelo Lara, and when he was swinging wild, or when he swung at Mayweather. When he swung at Mayweather, it wasn't like that. But it was times when AJ, he was swinging and he would throw that right, and Usyk wasn't even there. Okay? And I think Joshua should start off at the body. He should start off at the body, try to slow Usyk down, and try to knock his ass out in about 7th or 8th round. Bars. Should be a good fight tonight. Vincent in. He tried to outbox, but he threw some punches too. In the middle rounds, before he ran out of gas, because that motherfucker ran out of gas, you know that, right? He looked like he was, that was all show, bro. And then that's when Usyk started to really come on and bring it and take it to Joshua. And then he was like, okay, what the hell is really going on? What Usyk looks like, not only does he look like a regular ass heavyweight, he was actually holding his own by shoving Joshua's ass back, because Joshua started holding him. That's why you knew. Anybody starts holding in mid-swing after getting hit, they were hurt. They were buckled, they were stumbled, they were buzzed, or whatever you want to call it. They were affected by a punch. All right? They were affected by a punch. Make no mistake about it. And Usyk, of course, those Ukrainian fighters don't like to get held. They like to they like their hands free to do their work. They're not Bernard Hopkinses. Joshua has that shit bad. He will cuff you and uppercut the shit out of you. He gets that from good old Vlad. Vlad will do it. Oh, see the body punching of Thurman. They're talking about that soft ass center that Thurman has. And he does have a dude. That's his. Yeah, he got hit with Manny Pacquiao. Those punches. Look, you have to give Thurman credit, though. Thurman got hit by Manny Pacquiao. Boom! He goes down, but he thinks. And he comes back up. He wanted to go down. And then they're talking about how Barrios is a good body puncher. San Antonio should be on fire right now. San Antonio should be on fire right now. Yeah, AJ did try to box, but he tried some punches too. He tried those rights and he swung, and you can see like, damn, that punch was not there. Usyk hit Joshua with a killer instinct ultra combo at the end of the fight. And he stopped. See? He just went down. Look, he was hurt. And he puts his mouthpiece out. I remember this. I covered this shit. I was at my boy Hop's house. Damn, I'm surprised he ain't called. I was at my boy Hop's house. Damn, I need to call him actually. But I was at Hop's house, and that's where we did the live stream. And he took his mouthpiece, bow! He took it out. Like, oh! And he skated away from Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao knew he hurt him, but he skated away. He took that mouthpiece out to breathe. You need to suck that in. Crazy, man. Kurt, please. Leo Santa Cruz versus Keenan Carbajal. Full fight. Who won? No. Tony, they haven't fought yet. They haven't fought yet. But yeah, dude, I was so crunk, man. That was a good fight, though. Great live stream. You know, lots of people in. You know, lots of love that night, man. Tony, no problem. It's to come. Stay tuned. We counter-punching it all the way through. We're counter-punching this sucker all the way through. All the way live. Okay? That's what we doeth. That's what we doeth. You know, I'm looking at Sean Porter, right? Sean Porter, he does a good job at what he's doing right now. He was a great fighter, good two-time champion, two-time welterweight champion. He's done this thing. He's beat the shit out of a lot of people. He's brought the fight to each and every fighter that he's ever fought. He was stopped for the first time against Terrence Crawford, and he retired. Okay. Now, what he's doing right now suits him. I think this is the next stage for Sean Porter. Sean Porter, Timothy Bradley, Andre Ward. Okay, those guys like that. They, you know, even Mike. What's his name? That fought Leo Santa Cruz. Damn, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Abner Morris. Those guys, good commentators. You know, boxing and transitioning boxing into commentating. That's the life. Without taking too much punishment, you're winning. You're winning. Not doing too much of that stuff. I like Usyk. I just thought AJ would be aggressive in the ring like would be seen before. I just hope he brings some rawness in the rematch. He's going to have to. And if he doesn't, he's done. You know what I'm saying? If Joshua doesn't bring any aggression, if he doesn't show Usyk, or if he doesn't show himself that he wants to beat Usyk, and he does the same mediocre shit that he did last time, he's finished. People won't want to fight him. And then with Colin Hart, what he said about Joshua, remember he said, like, I think that was like a week and a half ago. I counterpunched it last week or so. He said he's a spent fighter. Yeah, Lito Santa Cruz, poor guy. He would be spent. I mean, I think he would have done too much too soon in his career. He's had a good career, two-time unified champion. You know what I mean? Claim to fame. He's got beaten by one fighter, but, you know, if he gets beat again by that same fighter, he would have now 3 losses. At 3 losses, you have to understand, by the time you get 3 losses being an all-time great or something like that, you better have at least 50 wins plus or 40 plus to have 3 losses. You see what I'm saying? But the amount of fights that he has, he's fought all the top fighters, the fighters that he could fight, I guess, or I would like to say. And if he doesn't show anybody anything from Usyk will eat him up. And at that point, you should be considering something else. A downgrade, definitely. You know, retirement. I don't think he's ready to retire. You know what I mean? Shit, if I don't expect Deontay Wilder to retire, I shouldn't expect Anthony Joshua to retire. Now, you can argue that he's fought way better opposition in his career, sure, but still, you know, I mean, it's the Wilder fight out there. I think if that was the case, it should just be for certain fights, big fights like Joshua Wilder. You know, that fight should definitely happen for both fighters. Joshua should get some get back. Wilder should get another cleanup fight, and those guys could meet at the end of the year. You know what I mean? But we don't know what this year is going to produce. You know, like these upsets in boxing, I love them. I love George Kambosos beating Teofimo. Why? Because Teofimo wasn't going the way that everybody wanted him to go, including his own father. If you guys can remember, Teofimo Lopez was doing shit that was not even advised from his dad. Why? Because his ego was way the fuck in the sky. Bars. You know what I mean? And then when he fought George Kambosos took it to him and was like, okay, I got you. You know what I mean? Fury versus White. Who wins, Kurt? Fury should win, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is the upset. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And you've heard me say it. Tyson Fury, it's not a good idea to go against him. But now I will say this. If White loses by a knockout due to another fucking uppercut, he should retire. You know, he should definitely retire. You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing. Let's say Wilder loses again. If Wilder loses again, then Wilder and White should fight. White by a wild hook. See, it's an awkward fight. These guys know each other, man. Again, I keep telling everybody. El Terremoto. I didn't know his name was El Terremoto, his nickname. AJ needs to fight Wilder, otherwise his legacy will always be clouded. Well, I think those guys need to fight each other. You know, it won't be a big fight like, you know, it was before, but they should fight. Because one thing we don't need no Riddick Bowe versus Lennox Lewis type shit. Because understand, those guys have said some shit about each other. They've not necessarily had bad blood, but it was definitely words, you know, spoken between each other. You know, Wilder calling AJ A Juicin' J. Right. Don't wait, make the date. Greg Nichols, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. White is good on the inside as long as Fury puts the uppercut in his pocket. Well, I think White, that's his kryptonite. Like I told you guys again and again and again and again and again. Got the Santa Cruz family out there. Damn, she looks Asian. Like she really looks Asian. I don't know if she might be, or then again, she just might be, you know, an Aztec, because Leo Santa Cruz looks like an Aztec, bro. He might have blonde hair now and blonde streaks and shit, but Leo Santa Cruz looks like a straight up Aztec. He looks like he's straight from Apocalypto and some shit, you know what I mean? Like straight up. Hearn G, cheers, brother. Counterpunch to you. Santa Cruz 4-belt curse has passed on to George. Now he thinks he's the money bag fighter. That's a big guy, though, Carbajal. He's a big bastard. A little tall, lean guy. You guys see, it was weird. You guys see how Carbajal is built? If you guys are watching this fight, Carbajal's tall, lean. That's exactly how I used to be built, like in my teens. I was a tall, skinny motherfucker. Who has the live stream? Joey, I don't know. I bought the fight. You know, who do you think will will win? By the way, Savannah M versus Clarissa Shields. I don't know. I mean, is she fighting tonight? Is that what is that on the card? Because if that's on the card, cool. I like to see that. Does Joshua beat Fury? Yeah, I think Joshua would beat Fury. I'm going to believe that until I see Tyson Fury do something else. And then again, see, the whole thing stems from when these guys actually ever fought. Okay, good jab by Carbajal. But Santa Cruz Santa Cruz brings a lot of volume, bro. That's the thing about Santa Cruz. Ooh, and he has range. See, not only does Santa Cruz know how to fight from the outside, he also knows how to get in there and throw these combinations, while he's on the inside, like a shorter fighter, you know. But he can catch you on the outside. He can box. That's what he was doing to Gervonta Tank Davis, before getting fucking partially decapitated. But, I mean, he was doing a good job. He was putting those bees on Davis. But you have to understand, those punches didn't hurt Davis. Davis just has thin skin. Oh, good right and a left. Right upstairs, a left to the body by Santa Cruz. I like those trunks Santa Cruz has on, by the way. Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. It's crazy. I was in DR at this time, and then I saw it. I saw the fight because my homeboy had it. He had some type of stream, right? But I mean, it was a good live stream, and we were getting food at this place called like Copacabana, right? And I seen Gervonta Tank Davis, because he was really putting it to that uppercut. And see, I think that was a problem. Leo Santa Cruz took an uppercut in the fourth, and he thought, you know what, I can hang. Bow! And he got caught the right way. Out his ass went. I mean, when he got hit, he like everything just folded. Head hit the canvas. He folded back, legs all bent back. Dude, crazy. That was scary. That boy was on that ground for a long time. Santa Cruz was on that ground for a long time. Scary. Amanda. Oh, okay. Is it Amanda Serrano? Anderson. Kurt, I don't see White beating Fury as an upset because Fury's resume is not as credible as White resume. Fury is a hype job. Okay. We will see. Hopefully, like these fights should happen in politics and shit. And I think a lot of people are just apprehensive, and because when they get apprehensive and they start becoming concerned about certain fighters, I think that's what happens. I think these guys take a second guess and go another direction. And understand purse bids, it looks impressive, but that only matters if they pay them. And a lot of them don't pay those guys. They don't pay them. Let's hit that like button. Let's get 100 likes in the building. Let's go. We have over 100 people on the chat. Jim Brown decapitating these guys. He's giving them no airtime. None. Oh, good right by Leo Santa Cruz. Catching the Cobra. Huh. Clash of heads, that happens. Oh, well, first cut. Wow. Headbutts are such a fucking... Headbutts are like... I don't know. They're like wet dream killers, right? They're such spoilers of good fights because everything's going well and, guys are trying to put their punches together and they're trying to get on the inside and headbutt. Crazy. I think Joseph Parker beats Wilder. If Joseph Parker beats Wilder, okay. Yeah. Oh, Cobra came in with his head. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, he came up with it too. Now Cobra, he's fighting harder because now he has a target, which I don't think he's going to win. I haven't seen anything from Carbajal. He's awkward. He's slower. He's like a tick and a half below. Good body punch though by Carbajal, but ooh, good right and the left landed. Oh, that left was a little low by Leo Santa Cruz. Oh, good right by Santa Cruz. Oh, I think he pissed Leo Santa Cruz off, old new found Blondie. Oh yeah, see Leo's kind of pissed because he came at him, but it's on the side. It shouldn't be too bad. Lomachenko at versus Floyd at 135. Who wins? Floyd. It would be a good fight though. At 135, Floyd, because like okay, if Teofimo Lopez could steal a win from Lomachenko, then Floyd could beat Lomachenko because he fought the same style but better. Floyd sees when Pretty Boy Floyd saw everything. He saw those eyes are just they're like eagles, and he sees what you're going to do based on how you move, how your shoulder moves. Floyd's seen it all. It now maybe a couple years like let's take Floyd. They had to be the same age, okay, and understand like Floyd at the 135 versus Lomachenko at 135. Lomachenko was what? How old is Lomachenko? 33, right? 34. Let's see. It's a good question because a lot of those guys are not. They're not fucking spring chickens, bro. He is he's 33. And guess what? He has a birthday, so he'll be 34. Hi. So 30 to 30. But Floyd, of course Floyd was a lot younger. So I mean, dude, 135, I still go with Floyd because Floyd was like Pretty Boy. Floyd was more aggressive, but then since he was aggressive, there was no it would be still a competitive fight because see, then Floyd would have to either get used to those feints. That would be a good fight though, but I still go with Pretty Boy. Still go with Pretty Boy because based on what we've already seen Teofimo do, and Teofimo was nothing like a Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather to me. You know what I mean? Teo would have got his ass taxed by Pretty Boy, but does that mean Lomachenko would have? More than likely with the same style. Because Teofimo adapts that style. I think he hurt Carbajal. I think he hurt him with a left hook to the body. Now he's catching him with the right. I'd rather see Lomachenko fight Haney. That would be good. And at this point, it's like, I don't know, man. George Camboso's a guys with options. He has options, so he's weighing his options. But I'm just tired of people ducking Haney. I'm like, yo, I'm tired of that shit. Like, can somebody give this kid a fucking fight? He has a belt. They don't even want the fucking belt. They treat Devin Haney's WBC belt like they treat Dillian White's WBC interim belt. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Roger, I like Daniel Dubois. Yeah, he's Frank Bruno 2.0. A lot of people think that Joshua is. No, it's Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois actually trains with Frank Bruno. Frank Bruno's still a guy that's in good shape, bro. You know what I mean? He's still a ripped dude, muscle mass, muscle memory. He's just that way, I mean, George and Lomachenko way better fight than Haney. Haney ain't nothing. Okay, well, they need to show Haney that he ain't nothing. See, when I hear remarks and responses, comments about Devin Haney not being nothing or ain't this or ain't that, I don't think they think that. The fans do. But if you're a fan of those fighters, I don't think those fighters think that. I think those fighters know. No, I don't want to fuck with Haney though. Bars. Because I mean, it's too many people avoiding him. Oh, an email champion. Well, fight the fucking email champion. See, Teofimo, he should have fought Devin Haney. Why? Then what he do? He got upset by his mandatory, and his daddy don't even want to get the rematch back. I don't know. Wilder needs to fight Trevor Bryant, take that belt, and get his mojo back. That would be cool. Bryant, I'm gonna take your belt, and I'm gonna retire your promoter, Don King. Don King, I'm gonna retire you. All in America, baby. Give us the fight, we'll see. Touch me and I'll sue you. You touch me, I'll sue you here. Mm-hmm. Same age Floyd. Yo, Kurt, what's good, brother? Haney has that pride built. Psycho Crusher. It's crazy. Loreco Perez. Yo, what's good, Kurt? Everything's good. Haney is a bit soft for Loma. Linares nearly cleaned him out. Well, Linares, let's say this. Linares he's just too old now, very gifted guy. And see, he will be that guy that will be pushed in there with a lot of guys that, and Linares probably just wants a check. A lot of times people experience, they can mislead their experience for total overall advantage, but that's not the case. The case is, and the point is, that those guys that are younger has a better advantage. They're fresher, they're younger, they're stronger, they're faster, they're quicker, the reflexes are better, they're everything except the experience of certain people doing certain things. In boxing, experience is good, but it's not the overall factor. Okay? Unless you're a heavyweight and you set up this one punch to get somebody out of there. That's one thing, like the George Foreman kind of deal. Shout out to his grill. Bars, because I just used it tonight. All right? Bars. So that's what it is. But like, if you're a guy that one punch won't solve the day, right? Was this another fucking headbutt? Great. Ooh, this is crazy. Haney is number one in my view. I don't see if any of them number anything in anybody's view. They ain't fought each other. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, because he's still 135 as long as he's not fighting at 140. Gervonta Tank Davis, Lomachenko. The only thing we saw was Lomachenko take on Teofimo. We ain't, we seen George Kambosos. George Kambosos is the guy they're talking about now. So he replaces him. But if he does the same thing that Teofimo Lopez does and not fight any of these guys, what difference does it really make? You're just doing the same shit the last guy did. The thing that excites us is when people take those belts, and then when people that claim to do, hey, I'm going to fight all these guys. I'm not going to do what the last dude did, just sit there on the throne like, oh, I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting anyone. Right? Kurt, do you think we'll ever see Crawford and Spence? No! We will never see that fight. Is a real deal. Would love to see Kambosos versus Loma. Let's see if it happens. But if Kambosos doesn't fight any of those guys, he ducked them all. I just said it. Fuck it. If Kambosos don't fight Haney, he don't fight Lomachenko, he don't fight Ryan Garcia, he don't fight who else is it? Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't even think Davis wants that fight. But if you don't fight any of those three guys, he's ducking. Plain and simple. Because he has options. You know what I mean? Let's say this. I got 4 hot chicks that I could have. And I don't get any of them. That means I don't want them. Okay? Because I had options. 1 through 4. Blonde, brunette, thick, tall. I don't want them, obviously. So if he had all these options and stuff like that, that means he did not want to fight any of those guys. He wanted something else. Prime Pack versus Crawford. Don't know. That'll be a good fight, but that's still a dangerous fight for Pacquiao. And I'm gonna say that because if we can look back, December 8th, 2012, great year, great time. Love that year. I was just thinking about that year today, 2012, great year. Um, Pacquiao was knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez, man. But I mean, he was dangerous. He was quick. He was dangerous. He was, but who's to say Crawford wouldn't have done the same fucking thing? You know what I mean? Especially that Crawford we have at 147, the Crawford that fought Jeff Horn. Okay, this was a 147-pound bout. Yeah. See, Freddie Roach didn't even like the idea of those guys fighting. And mind you, the $20 million offer was coming from Team Pacquiao to fight Terrence Crawford. Now, you think of all the shit that we hear, dang, they're going back and forth. Man, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. These guys are taking it to each other right now. I just had to kind of suspend that story for a second because these guys are getting it on. Even though Leo Santa Cruz has outlanded him by 45 punches, mind you. I kind of like the CompuBox, the online scoring or whatever. Good punch, a good counter from the Cobra. But no, I mean, he wanted $20 million. Pacquiao did to fight Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, every time he gets paid, Bob Arum cries like a bitch because he says he's not worth it. And he's losing money and all this and that. Well, Pacquiao wanted $20 million to fight him. So what does that tell you? That says a lot. That says if I'm going to go in here and risk my ass against an undefeated motherfucker like Terrence Crawford, you're going to give me $20 million. I want $20 million because Terrence Crawford and because Terrence Crawford is good fighter. Good fighter? Yes, I want $20 million. Is he great? No, I don't think, and I don't think he's great, but I still want $20 million. Wow, why so much money? And I don't fight for free. But $20 million? That's my price, and I'm not fighting him for less. God bless. Bars! Whatever happened to Rolly's made-up sex? So I don't know, bro. I have no idea. Fury made $38 million on his last 20. Ain't too much to ask. Pacquiao offered Crawford $10 million in 2020 before Spence and Crawford declined. No, that fight was set, bro. That it didn't happen was because of the pandemic. The fight was set, but the investors in that other country they're going to fight, they dropped the ball. Okay, so that's what happened with that. They were actually going to fight, though. I was referring to like 2017. It was 2017 or early 18. Pacquiao asked for $20 million to fight fucking Crawford. That's a fact. Okay, let me look it up. Pacquiao wanted $20 million to face Terrence Crawford. Oh, man. I put Pacquiao. They said back out. No, not back out. Pacquiao. See, January 2nd, 2017, Manny Pacquiao reportedly is willing to fight Terrence Crawford next, but only if the promoter guarantees him $20 million. Okay? That's early 17. Dude, these headbutts are killing these guys. There's another fucking headbutt. Big risk, big reward. Kurt, who wins? Prime Ortiz versus Prime Povetkin. Ooh, I don't know because we're talking about prime. Because Povetkin was a beast. Ortiz was an experienced, dangerous guy. If you like, I don't. I'll say this about Ortiz: the 2015 version of Ortiz, which was 7 fucking years ago, okay, would beat probably everybody here now. He'd probably knock out Joshua because he's a better counterpuncher than Joshua, coming from a southpaw. Be a good fight though. Uh, he would knock out Wilder because he was fresher, had better legs. He would have knocked him out. He probably would have had an issue with Tyson Fury though, or Usyk, because those guys were they're uh, just different styles, you know. But I think he beats a lot of them, if not all of them. 7 years ago, 7. You know, he's supposedly 42, be 43 next week. I mean, next month. So, Kurt, who would you say the best heavyweight southpaw was? Ooh, well, we have some. Southpaw heavyweights. Michael Moore was a good one, but I think Chris Bird was better than him. Um, Damn it, man. Dude, what the hell is this? Is this another headbutt? Jesus Christ. 4 headbutts. To avoid a war between Ukraine and Russia, Vladimir should challenge Putin to a boxing match. Yeah. Putin would get put on his ass. Putin would have, well, Vladimir would have Putin. Hate to bug out on you, fam, but the UFC is on. That's fucked up. Yeah, it's 6 of 10, so at least, you know. He ain't sleeping Wilder. Will PBC ever survival on doing only in the house fights? I don't know if they will survive. I don't know. I mean, whatever they intend to do, they're going to market the best that they can. You know, hopefully enough people buys pay per view. You know, this shit should have been $30 though. You know what I mean? This shit should have been $30. Ortiz is in his prime would be way back in the 70s. Whenever his prime was, Ortiz was a dangerous guy. And see, you do understand that the more you talk about Ortiz, yes, he's old. Yes, he's slipping. Yes, we've seen signs of him kind of like, dude, what the hell is he doing? But he got the knockout, you know? So he's either old as shit, still has skill, and has punching power. You definitely know he has punching power. Kurt DeVille, how would you compare scrapping bare fisted in the street to boxing in the ring? In my opinion, people keep clinching and holding, so it's all dirty boxing for the whole street fight. Yeah, because it's a street fight. It's just a fight with knuckles. The only difference is how you hold your fist. It's how you hold your fist. In bare knuckles. You know, but yeah, bare knuckles is just, you know, you hold your fist. You cuff them in, just like this, and you try to knock a motherfucker out. You know the thing that hurts Leo Santa Cruz, though? He's a good volume puncher. He has skill. Active fighter. He just does not have punching power. If you can see, doesn't have that. He's like a 12. This shit's going to go all 10 rounds. This motherfucker does not. If he was going to beat Gervonta Tank Davis, it would not be by no knockout. Because those punches are just kind of like, tip, 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 tip. You know. if Chris Bird had power, he would have been great. If Chris Bird had power, he probably would have been more dangerous. You know, he went all the way down to middleweight. Now he's damn near 50 with this white, chilly ass beard. I'm like, dude, go home. Go home and go ahead with that, please. Chris Johnson trained me. He lost to Chris Bird in the Olympics and won a bronze medal. The Fighting Prophet counterpunched to you. I bet you that was an experience, brother. Vladimir versus Fury rematch. Nah, don't see that shit happening. Even though Vladimir deserved his rematch just as much as Wilder did, you know what I'm saying? I want to see Ortiz versus Mike Tyson expedition match. That would be good, but that would be good actually. But nah. Isaiah Tanner, thank you, man. I appreciate you. When Pop Ortiz gets that nap in before the bout, someone is in trouble. Hell yeah, he gonna come out and whoop somebody's ass. Look what he did. Look what he did to fucking. And then he was winning, man. Ortiz wasn't winning that fight. That motherfucker, we was like, damn. It looks like I walked this earth like a god, about to walk over Ortiz. Until Ortiz caught him. Boom! That motherfucker was like this. He looks like he just hit some weed. Oh man, Floyd and Al Heyman could end up in jail for ticket scalping, don't you think, Kurt? Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't reported. I might do that tomorrow. Like Sunday, I like to report stuff like that for some strange reason. I don't know. You know, I get all that other stuff out of the way. Floyd and Al Heyman could end. Okay. Shannon the Cannon versus Tyson Fury. Oh. Look at Sugar Hill. I think that's Klimas. Ortiz had Wilder out, and the doctor saved him between rounds. Motherfucker was dangerous. Yeah, he was, and that is true. But I think that's all. That's that brand protection, because Wilder was the guy that people were sought after. He was the champion. He was the younger fighter. Ortiz was the older guy, undefeated. He had to go, and if anything was going to help them, uh, they were going to take that. He got all the help that he needed. He got 28 seconds where that doctor was checking him out, so he got that on top of that round to recover. Um, you know, a lot of things like that happen. You know, the fouls from Wilder when he did hurt Ortiz, they were allowed. You know, a lot of that shit happened. You know, but again, we're talking about an Afro-Cuban fighter coming from another country, Cuba, that doesn't speak English, is not his first language. He knows a shit, you know. I don't know how much English Ortiz knows. He knows enough, okay, but he's not really marketable because, you know, Cuba doesn't have a professional support, which they fucking suck for that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm like, yo, fuck that place in a way. I love that place, but fuck that place. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's not like Mexico. It's the biggest fucking country in the Caribbean, Cuba, and yeah, they thrive on Olympics and all that bullshit. But it's like when it comes to professional, they don't want to pay their fighters. They don't want their fighters way up in the hills with the officials and the government. Okay, the government does very good. They eat very well, where everybody else eats shit. You know, so when a fighter does defect and say, fuck you, I'm getting out of here, I'm getting on a speedboat and going to Miami, or Key West rather. They get to Key West to get out of here. They, you know, they claim diplomatic immunity, you know, and they start fighting and come to find out they're like, they were one of the best fighters in Cuba. They get their money, they make their money, but then they don't have the real support from the people because nobody's really supporting them. You know what I mean? Nobody's really supporting them. Let's see here. Floyd and Al Heyman could end up in jail. We already did all that shit. Why does it go up? This is weird. Charles Martin does the chicken dance. Charles Martin looked like he just hit a big ass blunt. Let's be real. He looked like he hit a big ass blunt. Usyk's the best heavyweight champion southpaw then. He could be. You know what I mean? He could be. Holyfield, he looks up to Holyfield, but Holyfield wouldn't know. Wouldn't that? He wasn't about that life. He wasn't a southpaw. Isaiah. I don't know. I got Thurman. But because you need a fight, especially moving up in weight, especially coming off a knockout. Coming up, getting knocked out by a smaller fighter. You definitely need a tune-up. Kieth Thurman ain't a tune-up. Barrios is the tune-up. Barrios needed a tune-up. He needs time to acclimate to the weight class. And Thurman, I think as soon as Thurman hits him with a good shot, Mario is going to be out. But it just depends. I'll be glad when this fight's over, by the way, because it's a typical Leo Santa Cruz fight. Scrap him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Sound is dead. Can you guys hear me? Does Sanchez beat Joshua? Usyk, Fury, Wilder or White or even Joe Joyce, Kurt? I would like to see him in there with Joe Joyce just to see how he deals with pressure, because Joe Joyce is going to keep moving and going to keep coming right at him. Joshua would be difficult. He definitely has the speed on a lot of these guys. He has the speed. I don't know about Usyk, but I know Wilder, White, Joyce, definitely Joyce. He has the speed on those guys. He's faster than Joshua too. So I'm not really sure. Because I know he can box. Could he outbox Joshua though? You know what I mean? Because he's a good fighter, but I don't think that he's aggressive enough for a lot of those guys. See, someone like Dillian White would come in and maul him, and he would do that instinctively. White would come in on Frank Sanchez and maul him. Frank would have to use those angles, get the hell out of those corners, and watch the jab. Because the jab of White is very deceiving, because he pops it in there and he will catch you, and then with that he will set you up with those breaking ass shots he's good with. I would like to see Frank fight all those guys though. I don't know if he would beat them all. Does he have the skills? Yes, he has the skills, but will he beat those guys? That's the thing. We know he has power. Look what he did to Efe Ajagba, but look what Aget Caballero did to Efe Ajagba. Put his ass flat on his back. So, but again, Frank doesn't have the aggressiveness to, I don't think, press those guys like that. He has speed, fast, quickness. He has the experience. Cuban fighter. He's in there with Reynoso. He's in there with a lot of those guys. And look, I just seen Leo Santa Cruz, guys. Let's pause that Frank story for a second. I just seen Leo Santa Cruz catch Carbajal with 3 or 4 punches on the inside. 3 or 4. Bop, 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 bop. I'm like, and either Carbajal's a tough son of a bitch or Santa Cruz can't punch. He's a light puncher, bro. They're messing with his nose, but at the end of the day, Frank Sanchez ain't beating any of those dudes. You know what? I bet he beats Andy Ruiz. You know, a lot of people don't like to talk about that because Andy Ruiz is in there with them. He's in that circle. Andy Ruiz is the weakest link of all of them. Andy Ruiz has won twice in 3 years. But I mean, of course, you know, we had 2020. Really, nothing really happened in 20 except for Dillian White getting knocked the fuck out and Deontay Wilder getting stopped by Tyson Fury. All right. Do you believe someone like Mayweather Jr. could go broke after making almost billions? Yeah, it could happen. Especially like if his money is set up through the PBC, you know what I mean, and he doesn't have any protection or whatnot, and if his money, like they say, is reinvested in shit in the boxing, and the boxing doesn't make them return, yeah, he could. I mean, when you mean broke, what do you mean? Like if you got $100,000 in the bank, right, and then you lose 80,000 of it, you're considered pretty much fucking broke. You know what I mean? You have 20 grand, but that's not what you had before. So if he lost millions, yeah, he would lose millions, but I don't really just see Floyd broke. But Floyd spends a lot of money, you know, but naturally, I don't think he would want to spend that type of money if he lost that type of money. I hope he doesn't, you know. Floyd be like telling his kids, we eat Spam sandwiches. We eat McDonald's. I eat McDonald's anyway. So we ain't doing all that Red Lobster shit. No, we ain't doing all that Red Lobster shit. You better get some McDonald's. You better get 2 for $6. You better get. Oh, Frank has skills Andy Ruiz would not have fought Ajagba. I would love. No, you're right. Tony Thomas, you're right. He wouldn't have. You are absolutely right. Andy Ruiz, man, he's a one-hit wonder, bro. He's a one-hit wonder. But no, back to Floyd. You know, Floyd, shit, if he lost money like that, Floyd would get tight. Oh, you bitches. Oh, y'all, I love y'all, but y'all gotta go. Everything was good. The sex was good and everything, but I can't afford y'all. Take your shoes. Take it before I take that shit back to the store. Go ahead. Go back to your little apartment. I can't do it no more. Floyd telling his kids eat McDonald's, bro. You impressed? Man, that's all. I eat McDonald's. I eat double Big Mac, double quarter pounder with the special sauce, fries, no salt, and a Coke. And if I can do it, and I did it in Grand Rapids, if I can do it, so can they. We survivors first. Like I said, you can take all the money back. I got my health. Al Heyman, you took my money. But we bounced back. We bounced back. Keith Thurman looks shredded like Marquez in in the weigh-in. He does. Thank God this fight's over. Jesus Christ. Andy Ruiz's arms like a dog paddling in a pool. Hey, those are some fast arms though, bro. Fast arms Ruiz has, man. So, you know, got to take it for what it is. That's a nasty little cut, you know. That's a nasty little cut. But, you know, Andy Ruiz, I just think that, and I look, I'm going to tell you what happened with Andy. Andy got his ass in there with that 40-year-old Chris Arreola, and Chris Arreola scared the shit out of him. He scared the shit out of him. That's all I can say. He really literally scared the shit out of him. And he made him worried, and he made him think, no, I think I need another break. Yeah, it's my knee. I'm going to go to Mexico for a while, hang out, get away from the kids and the wife. No, I'm not fighting Ortiz. No. ¿Por qué no lo tiene pelea conmigo? ¿Por qué tú no tienes? ¿Por qué no lo tiene pelea? Pero ¿y qué? My G, my brother, going for Thurman. Kurt, you need to do impression videos like Ruiz is on point. Man, Ruiz, man, I've been hearing Ruiz talk shit Because see, Ruiz came into power when he got that blessing. I don't even. I remember Ruiz, and I thought to myself, "Damn," because he was fighting Joseph Parker, and I said to myself, "I'm like, damn, he got some good combinations for a fat ass dude." And I thought to myself, like, ugh, the dude's fat and like he looks like a bum. Ruiz looks like one of those guys they pick up, like, "Hey, Ruiz, hey, you want to fight?" I'm busy. I got my full-time credit, and I just got my pension time, my 401k. Do you want the fight or not? Okay, I'll take the fight, but I'm kind of blubbery. Where's my Twix? To my Twinkies. And then he goes in there. But no, man, he just always been an obese dude. And it's hell dealing with obesity because the thing about you, the human body is like adaptable. So you think of Andy Ruiz, he was able to carry this weight effectively and still have this fast hand speed as a fat guy. That's remarkable. It's very disarming. It's very surprising. And you can blindside a motherfucker with that shit because you don't expect someone like that to be that fast of hands. But when he started trying to deal with his obesity, okay, then other problems started to occur. Understand, when you start losing weight, you also start losing muscle, you start losing stability, you start losing balance. You have to refocus and recenter yourself after losing that amount of weight. Because I don't know if the motherfucker was taking some type of, well, obviously he couldn't take too much because it would have popped up, because a lot of those supplements you take to lose weight are illegal or a banned substance, you know what I mean? So he couldn't take too much of it. So he lost this weight naturally, as far as we know, right? And because he did that, he lost what he had because what he had was too much, but he adapted to that too muchness. So when he lost that, he wasn't able to function the right way because nothing really worked the same. So the fat did have some benefit. His fat had benefit. Hell yeah, he blindsided Joshua. The motherfucker's fast. He's fast. What happened? What did he hit me with? He hit you with his hand, motherfucker. A punch. you know? Butter Beans Bastard Child. One time. What's up, Kurt? K Slays. Counterpunch to you. Ruiz got that Mexican fans cake. Won the lottery when he beat Joshua. Yeah, man. So he's like Ruiz, and he's just a fat guy. He's been that way for the longest. Maybe if Ruiz started losing weight when he was around 15, before his body started to develop, he would have been a totally different person. Now, he can't, I can't say he can't. He's going to need plastic surgery. But for that matter, so will Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury could work his ass off for the rest of his life. He will still look like a big, overgrown, fat ass, awkward built Viking. Because that's the way he's built. I mean, he got real fat, and it's like this shit's still there. Those love handles, they are there, bro. Ruiz looking for an empanada. Ruiz, I thought you said looking like a panda, and he does kind of look. Don't Ruiz look like a panda? A Mexican panda? Think about it. Let me get off my man. Yeah, his punch resistance is gone. He lost that weight, and his punch resistance is out of here, man. Andy Ruiz reminds me of that fat boo from Dragon Ball Z. Can Ruiz get the rubber match with Joshua? It won't benefit Joshua to fight Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz ain't did shit since that fight, but got a scare from Chris Arreola. Yeah, Ruiz looks like a Mexican panda, bro. He's built, you see how he's built, kind of hunchback, like a panda. Little short arms. Uncle C, yeah, man, I gotta holler at him, man. I gotta go out there and holler at him. He said he got some shit for me, so, I'll see. Because a lot of the times I have to, it's not good because it's like wind and shit in the background. Like, yo, you got to go somewhere, and then, But anyhow, yeah, Uncle C's coming back, definitely. Definitely. The Fighting Prophet. Mr. Jigglers, are you serious? It's not legal for fighters to have different glove sizes. Andy Kung Fu Panda Ruiz. Yep. What's up with the glove dispute between Thurman and Barrios? I don't know. I didn't know there was one. You know, don't worry. Deontay Wilder will take credit for that shit too. See, ever since I caught on to Fury's cheating, now everybody looking for gloves. That ain't no coincidence, is it? Matthew Branch, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Who do you think? What do you think about Thurman and Barrios glove situation? Dude, I don't. I have no Thurman. Hold on. Okay, Thurman wants 8-ounce gloves and wants Barrios to have 10-ounce gloves to have an advantage. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Shut up. Yeah, yeah. No, that is illegal. You can't do that. You can't do. No, that's bullshit. Keith, you tripping? What kind of bullshit is that anyway? Like, okay. Even because I remember now, I can recall Oscar De La Hoya taking on Floyd Mayweather. They wanted Floyd to wear uh what was it? I think it was what was it? They wanted to see him. He wanted 8-ounce, but they put him in 12. But they both wore 12. So it wasn't like this shit. How the fuck you want him to be? No, I want him to be in 10-ounce gloves. I want the advantage. I'm Keith one time Thurman. You better not duck me, son. That Porter suit is awful. Yeah, he could have got a better suit. That suit's dog shit. Kurt, I don't know about you, but I'm dying to see Wilder back in the ring. He's free from his zero and his belt, so now he can just take money fights. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to see. Deontay Wilder. I will buy every fight he's in, if as long as he's putting on a good show, and win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna support him. You know. Anthony, Joshua, I'm still going to beat you, bub. Andy Ruiz, did you call me Blob? No, I didn't. Give Barrios brass knuckles then. Fuck that. Gloves. I heard Barrios wanted 10-ounce gloves for both of them, and Thurman wanted 8-ounce gloves for both. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, it don't matter then. If they're wearing the same gloves, who fucking cares? You know what I mean? But what comes into mind is, remember when you're talking about the ounces of gloves, the size. So a lot of times you have to put your hand, because you have your hands also with tape, gauze, then you have to put that inside the glove. When you put that inside the glove, you're gonna have to be you're gonna have to have the ability to close your fist. A lot of times, if you can't, you're just kind of hitting, you're just kind of hitting with your hands or your fingers. It's not cool. Not cool at all. Bad Porter suit, brain damage from Spence and Crawford. Shit, I don't know. I just think he likes that fucking pimp looking shit. you know? Apparently Thurman wanted his 8 ounces to more pop, and Barrios can hurt him as much, according to Lady Shan. Okay. Lady Shan. What division do you even wear 8 ounces? You gotta be pretty lightweight, like bantamweights. But well, you gotta understand, Barrios is coming in from a later class. Okay, speaking of Barrios, he's about to make his ring walk. He has his Aztec Warrior. Aztec Warrior, is he? I'm a warrior, Holmes. Hmm. Like Baby Joker. Porter says he's wearing weird peacock clothing. This is not new behavior. Wow. Okay. Peacock clothing. Fucking idiot. You know, but I mean, you have to have something to compare it to. Tony Thomas. I mean, dude, you can't make that shit up. Yeah. I hope he ain't getting like fucking like what'll hurt Sean Porter. Let him start drinking. Then he'll start saying dumb shit like Lennox Lewis. Yeah, the floating rib shot. Yeah, Brian. It's Brian. It's Brandon. Oh yeah, Brian. Where's the Aztec Warrior, Holmes? He's an Aztec Warrior. He has a weird voice. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I can. This isn't a tune-up. I'm like, damn, dude. This pay-per-view match is $20 less than Floyd versus Pacquiao. Well, that's true, but that's Floyd versus fucking Pacquiao, though. What the fuck is this? At least that was Floyd taking on Pacquiao, a fight we waited 6 years to see. We've seen that shit in 15. We've been wanting to see that shit since 2009. I had relatives die waiting on that shit. I digress. Lennox Lewis is the least valuable fight commentator ever. They need to bring back Paulie. No, they can't do that. Paulie was on Showtime, not Fox. You know, and he said some shit that he shouldn't have said. You know. Kieth one-time Thurman used to be the Bone Thugs, the Elder Barge of boxing. I just hope he ain't like Samson. You know, he get like Samson and fucking lose all his power. His ponytail he had gave him the power, get in there all week. My girl, she cut my hair. She cut my hair. She wanted me to cut my hair. I can't punch. Let me grow my shit back. So I need 2 years out of the ring to grow my shit back. I'm like Samson, baby. When I bring back, when Thurman bring back the ponytail, Thurman will be live in effect. And I want to take on Ugas and Errol Spence. Call out every fucking body, but like right before you about to take a 2-year layoff. I'm back, baby. Keith Thurman. Keith one-time Thurman. If Thurman loses, we'll see him at the crossroads. I know, right? Bone, 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 bone. What you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide? That's right, baby. See you at the crossroads, baby. You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son. You know, if he like got braces, that would actually fix that. Because he has this list because of his teeth. Roy Jones is the great on commentary. Oh yeah, Roy Jones is a beast because he knows the shit in and out. He ain't just talking about something that he learned or analyzed. No, he knew that and he knows that shit. Why? Because he was there. He knows the ins and outs. He's seen it all. He knows different styles. He knows different fighters. He knows what they do, why they do it at certain times, what really took place. Roy, man, y'all must have forgot. Roy Jones, see, Roy Jones is a warlord, though. Damn, I've been up since 4 a.m. I don't know if I'm going to watch the entire fight if it goes the distance. Henry Gomez, man, I salute you. You're still here. And Jimmy Lennon Jr. is now, they're both in the ring, okay? They're both in the ring, okay? So let's do that. Okay, did you hear Adrian Briber going in on the PBC? A few years ago. Has he done that lately? Ashley Elbow or Ashy Elbow? Oscar commentating Steve Cunningham versus Frank Mir while he was on Angel Dust was too funny. Yeah, Oscar was a mother, man. You remember Oscar. That's what that old fucking stare was about. Remember Oscar just has his stare. I think the two fighters, I think they're good fighters. Like, yeah. Roy Jones was a beast until Glenn Johnson handed him a pillow. More than shit. It was more than that. 26 1 and 17. Both with one loss. Fighting out of San Antonio. El Azteca. Aztec Warrior. Okay. Mario Barrios. Broner basically said that the PBC ain't got no money, and with the guarantee contracts, they have to put everything on pay-per-view. I mean, that's what everybody's saying. Remember, Fred broke that shit. Fred broke it. I counterpunched it because I'm like, yo, if that's the case, you know, and before anybody starts, Fred from Barbershop Conversations, he is a part of that league of channels that's supposed to support PBC fights, Al Heyman fights. So if it comes from him, you know, it ain't like it's coming from some other channel that don't really support PBC fighters or fights. This is coming from that side. Tarver was his downfall. What Roy's downfall was fighting Tarver again. He should have got the fuck out of there because, I mean, he's already done everything from 160 to heavyweight. Why he went back down to light heavy, you know, that's dumb. He lost muscle mass. And he said, if I had a chance to do that again, I would never do that. Damn, Mario Barrios is a big, tall fucking guy. Let's just hope it's some power and some, you know, some something behind it. Because Keith Thurman, you know, Keith Thurman's ready to do you know. Keith Thurman just looks like a I don't know, he looks like an Italian guy now. He looks like an Italian guy named Grizzo or something. Or Rizzo. I'm Keith Rizzo. Better not lose my money, son. I want my money, Al. Me and my wife, my kid gotta eat, Al. What I'm gonna do with this, Al? I don't want another Bentley, Al. I want money. And here we go, round one, guys. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, 1, 2, 3, jab lands. 1, 2 lands for Keith Thurman. Mario comes in with a jab that surprises Keith. Oh, Keefy. Keefy's trying to get low. Keith comes in with a jab. They come in with a jab. Jab to the body from Keith. Mario's, he's throwing a reaching out jab. Throwing a jab out there. Jab. Good jab by Keith. Right in between the gloves. They exchange jabs. Good jab by Keith Thurman. See, Keith Thurman is jabbing and he's leaning to his right, but he's getting low. Because the taller Barrios is harder for him to go down and punch him. Ooh. Thurman threw a right and he blocked it, okay? But he caught him with a left hook. So he caught him, pop, block, pow. Set him up. Good right from Keith Thurman. Thurman's starting faster than normal. I noticed that. Overhand by Keith, partially blocked by Barrios. I'm surprised that Barrios' jab is not as effective, but he's not really using it the way he should. He should be using that jab against Keith Thurman to keep him on the outside because obviously Keith Thurman's better in the inside as of right now. Ooh, good left hook to the body. Double left hook to the body by Barrios. That's the punch you want to throw to Keithy's body. He has a soft punch. That's the uppercut Dillian White punch. The punch to the body for Keith Thurman is his kryptonite. Ooh, good straight right in the guard by Barrios. I didn't see that. The fucking ref got in the way. Mr. I got to do everything and be everywhere. Fucking Kenny Bayless. Just get the fuck out of the way, bud. Dude, I got this commentary bullshit on, and it's pissing me off. There we go. All right, cool. Oh, good check left hook by Thurman. Because Barrios is coming in. Good jab by Barrios. Don't let him go straight back. You make him pay. Good round. Good round. Good round, guys. But Serrano is a very good fighter, too. Yeah, get out of the way, ref. Like, that's Kenny Bayless, though, man. Kenny Bayless is too fucking much. See, Jordan Plant. Okay, Jordan Plant is reporting. So, like, she's getting into that shit, too. She's like, I want to make some money off this boxing talk. Off this boxing game. The fight game. Those are some gnarly ass tattoos that he has. They look like Aztec stuff too, though. I don't think Thurman has tattoos. Good for him. You know, you don't need them to be cool. I promise you, you don't, because I'm pretty cool. I don't have any. That's how Pacquiao knocked down Thurman, by going to the body, then the head. Yep. No. Bow. Thurman should go to Mayweather's hair plug doctor. Yeah, he should, before that shit gets too bad, and bring that down some. And he doesn't need much. It depends on how much it recedes, though, you know. He needs to see Mickey the Barber, or somebody like that. Thurman got caught having to move backwards a lot in the first round. Didn't expect that from Pac-Man. No, he didn't. But Pac-Man was still froggy. Threw a hook. Thurman did, missed. Ooh, good right from Barrios. Ooh, good jab. Good right to the body and a jab upstairs from Thurman. Jab, jab, right, misses from the Aztec Warrior. Ooh, good body punches. Ooh, good left hook from Thurman. But you can tell Mario's he's going to that body. He threw a right and a left hook to that body. And you can already tell that punches got Thurman's right side red, right where his liver's at. So he's trying to plant that 8 or 10 ounce glove right in that fucking spot to his liver. Because everybody knows that about Keith Thurman. Everybody knows that. So let's see if it comes. But if you look at the back of Thurman, ooh, good left hook. Good left hook from Thurman. I think that hurts Barrios. I think that hurt him. Ooh, good left hook from Mario. Ooh, good jab from Thurman. It's getting hot now. It's getting hot. Good jab from Barrios. And I don't understand why Barrios is so he's so tentative with the jab. It's stupid. Ooh, good right uppercut to the body by Barrios. See, he should have made him pay on that one. Thurman comes in with a left hook, and he landed it earlier. But he comes in with a lunging left hook, the same kind of left hook that Canelo threw, not hurting and dropping Caleb Plant for the first time in the 11th round. But he tried that again with Barrios. Barrios leaned back, but he did not make him pay. He needs to make him pay, and he didn't do that. Ooh, good straight right from Barrios. See, now he's using, and I don't know why he hasn't been using his jab, but the straight right is working. So if the straight right is working, the jab will work. They're both straight punches. Use the jab, set up the right hand. Okay, a lot of punches thrown, but nothing really landing for Thurman. Thurman didn't really do much besides that left hook, and he caught Mario Barrios. I think we're going to get a replay on that. What would you guys do if Barrios KOs Thurman? Shit. Welcome to the welterweight division, bud. You will get thrown at every fucking body, including Errol Spence, everybody. You'll probably get knocked out by Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence will dust him. Uh, who else is there now, though, man? I mean, Sean Porter's gone. They'll probably throw him in there with probably Danny Garcia. That would be a good fight for him, to see what Danny does, if Danny gets him or not. You know what I mean? I think Danny knocks out Barrios because Danny is one of those type fighters. He ain't going nowhere. Okay. Um, Danny ain't going nowhere. Danny's going to hit you with those looping punches, and those punches can knock you the hell out. You better ask Amir Khan about that. But I thought, oh, good body, left hook to the body by Barrios. 1, 2, 3 punch by Barrios. Uppercut by Barrios. Nice attack. He comes upstairs. 1, 2, 1, 2, uppercut. Good combination from Barrios. Good jab by Thurman. Jab. Thurman comes in with another jab. He's trying to slowly get his revenge. Mario, he throws a right that kind of taps Thurman on the top of the head. Good jab by Barrios. Good jab by Barrios. Now that's the double jab I've been looking for. That's what I would be screaming if I was his coach. Use the jab. Good right hand lands for Thurman. Thurman goes for a left hook to the body and a right. Oh, good left hook lands for Thurman. I think that was better than the other one. That hit him more on the bridge of the nose, that one did, though. Good jab from Thurman. Kieth, one time. Left hook to the body by Thurman. Thurman's doing his own body work now. Good decision. Overhand right just misses from Barrios. Oh, good left hook. That's the same punch. I think that hurt him. I think that left hook. I think that hurt Barrios. He leaned in with that other left. Bow! Catches him. And I think that affected Barrios. Barrios is, oh, good. Another left hook lands from Thurman. I think Thurman's trying to sit back in the pocket, lean in with that rising hammer. That's what I call good jab from Thurman. See, he made Barrios pay because Barrios came in with a right. He gets caught with a left hook. Ooh, good. He threw a right to land a left for Thurman. He's trying to knock out Barrios. You know why, though? He knows if that fucking guy Tank Davis can knock Barrios out, I'm going to do it. And I know that's what he's trying to do. I don't think, see, he's not even fighting for points. He's fighting good uppercut by Barrios. He catches Thurman on the inside. Thurman comes in with his guard down. You don't do that against any fighter. Yeah, Thurman's throwing crucial punches. He just threw a left uppercut and a right combination. He misses with that right then. Mario Barrios, I think he's scared. He's tentative. He throws a jab, but he's dispensed with a lot of that stuff because there's too many dangerous punches coming from Kieth Thurman. Kieth Thurman goes that left hook again. Wow, good fight. Yeah, it's head hunting time for Kieth one time. Thurman. Look, left hook, he leans, bow, catches him on the bridge of the nose. Barrios, he takes it like a champ. He puts that guard up. He leans, he slips, boom. He catches him. He catches Barrios. Barrios comes up. His eyes kind of got a little foggy a bit. I could tell that, I mean, definitely it affected him, but how much he did take it. And now if we look at Kieth Thurman, he has a little welt on his right eye. His left eye swelling just a bit. Okay. In time, if whatever happens, now looking at Kieth Thurman does have thin skin, people. Thurman looks like an old man. Thurman, I think, put on some muscle mass, and he's trying to show people that he can disperse power. But he is slower. He's not that flimsy built guy. Ooh, left. Ooh, 1-2. A jab and a right hand lands for Kieth Thurman. It's a rounds 4. 1-2 lands for Mario. Jab lands for Mario. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Punches lands for Kieth Thurman. Good jab from Barrios. Ooh, good overhand right from Barrios. He feints with a right hook and then comes over with a right cross. Oh, good right from Thurman. Thurman opens up a can of whoop ass. He hits him with a right and a left hook. That opens up Barrios a bit. Caught him in the corner. Oh, good jab from Barrios. Good jab from Thurman. Yeah, Thurman definitely looks bigger. You look at his shoulders, you look at his back definition. He's been in there training. He's in there training. But you have to understand something. And also take into account, people, that he's been out of the ring damn near 3 years and he catches him with a 1-2-3 punch combination. And Barrios takes it like a champ. Thurman 63 to Barrios is 32. Ooh, good defense from Thurman. Thurman got good head movement. He has enough head movement to come in. Thurman is trying too hard. If Barrios hangs in there, Thurman will slow down. I don't know. I think he hurt him. I think he hurt him right when I said that. Here comes Thurman. Good left hook. It's the left hook all day. Ooh, Barrios is bleeding on the right side. It's a red whelp on the right side outside his temple. Ooh, good jab from Thurman. Wow, he punches right in between the guard. Ooh, those were low. A right uppercut and a left hook. Thurman is trying to knock Barrios' head clean off. Well, I got to see that replay. Yo, I got to see that because, yo, man. Yeah, the nose of Barrios is bloody. He has a cut over the left side. He has an abrasion on the right side. These guys are getting it on. They are getting it on, people. Thurman coming with the guillotine hands. Yeah, I got to see this. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, the left uppercut with a right combination and a jab. And here comes Thurman. Bow! Ooh, the overhand right. Damn, that causes him. Ooh, spit. Oh, good left uppercut. Yeah, that buckled him. That hurt him right there. That hurt him. That hurt him. Good bars. Mario needs to throw more punches. See, Mario needs to fight like Leo Santa Cruz. You know, he's too tentative. You can't do that against Kieth Thurman. Kieth Thurman will figure you out, and you're giving him time for him to think. You have to overwhelm him with shots, because if not, Thurman is going to think in there. He's going to put that shit together. He's going to see what he's doing. He's already made the adjustments in round 4 because the left hook he's avoiding. The jab mostly he's avoiding. The right hand he's avoiding. And that's all from coming in from the outside. Okay, so that's what's happening. And now Thurman is landing his own devastating shots because he never stopped landing. Oh, good right, though. But he was already, it wasn't the full punch. Because Thurman had took the steam off of it. Good left hook to the body by Thurman. And what's happening also, good right hand from Thurman. Mario has not, I repeat, has not went to the body, I don't think all of round 4. And this is round 5. And what it is, he's so worried about these guillotine-like fucking punches that Kieth Thurman is throwing. And he's trying to decapitate his ass with. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. And that, look, blood is on the face of Mario Barrios. It's looking nasty. Oh, then he throws a left and a left hook to the body and a straight right, but it didn't look like it had the stank on it. Kieth Thurman's winning the Racing Angel, okay, in my opinion, because he just hurt Mario Barrios. Good left uppercut. See, Kieth Thurman knows I'm not getting caught with these long, rangy shots from this taller guy. Ooh, good right lands for Thurman. Yeah, Thurman got popped. He's fucking Mario Barrios up. Oh, good left to the body. See, and Mario, he's trying. It's almost like he's in survival mode right now. I don't like that. He needs to take it to Keith Thurman. Take it to Keith Thurman like Santa Cruz took it to Tank Davis. He needs to take it that way because if he does not, they're going to have some problems. Going to have some definite problems here. Okay. Oh, good left uppercut. Left hook to the body by Barrios. The remembered punch. Oh, that jab. Thurman was way out of the way. He was way out of the way of that. Okay. Oh, good right and a left hook from Thurman. It kind of nicked him. It didn't catch him flush, but it did nick Barrios. I think a matter of time, Thurman's going to land a shot that's going to really put Barrios down to his ass. Okay. Because you only have 3 champions now. You got Errol Spence with the WBC and the IBF. You have Yordenis Ugas with the WBA. And then with the WBO, of course, we have the pound-for-pound fighter, Terrence the Bud Crawford. And this is what we have, welterweight champions. And Yordenis Ugas is there because, this here is a fight that is for this WBO, okay? He is the world welterweight champion on the WBA side. WBA side. They both got some tacky-ass trunks. Yeah. Actually, I like Barrios trunks. It's pretty G. It looks like the PlayStation 2 sign. If you guys look at it, it looks like the PlayStation 2 sign, Looks good for a 2-year layoff. Cisco Perez, counterpunch to you. And a lot of people need to take into account that. He's been out of the ring for damn near 3 years. Like I just said earlier. He's been out of the ring for 3 years and he looks good. So he's getting this back. This is 6 rounds that he's fought. Okay? This shit when people could hang out together and party together and do a lot of stuff together. You know what I mean? So it's 19 was a good year too. It's a very good year, very, very revealing year. Had its ups and downs, but good year for me. Boxing was great. Joshua got upset. Wilder knocked out Dominic Brazil, then knocked out Luis Ortiz for the second time, laid his ass out. You know what I mean? So it was a good time in boxing. A lot of things happened. Tyson Fury, he was still fighting. He signed with ESPN for one of the biggest deals, that he could have actually made. You know what I mean? So he got his money, made his money. Okay. Mario Barrios, I don't see him really doing anything. He should be using the jab. There it is. There's the jab. He should jab down to the body. He's throwing the right. He misses with the right and the jab. Okay. Right hand, I don't know if that landed or not to Keith Thurman. We just have to see. Thurman needs to fight a real 147 pound. Hey, well, if he knocks him out cold, it's round 6. Does it look like Barrios? Has he ever fought here? No, this is the first time. So we have to take into account, he's moving up. You got to give him respect. This is now a jab round, like almost a fill out round. It's like Keith Thurman is taking a break from his crucial punches. I muted the clown commentary on PBC. I only listen to Kurt DeVille fight commentary. The Fight Prophet counterpunch to you. Damn Lennox Lewis with his floating rib shot. Yeah, that's what he's trying to catch him with, Larry. I don't know what you're talking about. Kenny Bayless knows that. You listen, Jesse Rodriguez with his first fight, world title. He is now the youngest champ at 22. Cool. Oh, good body punching. See, now Barrios is going to the body. Why? Oh, now Keith Thurman's coming in with a right and a jab. Good punching. Oh, good right from Barrios. Good jab from Thurman. Oh, good job from Thurman. That popped the head of Mario's back. He misses the right and bow. He has a power jab. One time, Thurman. That's what I'm talking about. So look, Keith Thurman's, he's a shit talker, good promoter, good self-promoter. You know what I mean? But he gets in there and does what he needs to do. He only had one loss, so is Barrios. But Barrios is new to this, so you can't really give him too much credit. But he's doing what he needs to do, coming off damn near a 3-year layoff, fighting one of the best pound-for-pound, all-time great fighters that ever took the gloves to his face. Good jab. That made him go, ugh. Look, Keith Thurman made Mario Barrios look like Neo from the Matrix. That's a good jab. And the best punches that he's landed has been the jab. That jab will make that look if you're sitting on the outskirts and you're looking in from it from a nosebleed seat, you will see that. Of course, you're probably going to be looking at the screen, but you're there in the arena. Those are the type of movements you see. Now Barrios is coming on. That's something he should have been doing from the first beginning of the fight. Damn and filling out this big shoulders, Oscar De La Hoya looking ass Thurman. No, he should have been in there trying to do that same thing. Bro, why did you pay for this trash? Dude, it's a good fight. What are you talking about? It's a good fight over here. Obviously, this is the thing. Obviously, Mario Barrios he had no business at 140. He was walking around a dead man. Okay. He's in there with Keith Thurman. Yes, he's coming off a 3-year layoff, but it should balance out. You know what I mean? Yeah, fighting profit. That motherfucker looked like Neo. It was a bit overpriced, but still a good fight. It's a good fight. Shit, I would feel a lot better if this bitch was $30. I would feel like, yeah! Oh, sorry, I lost my voice. What round and who is winning? Michael, it's 7 out of 12. No knockdowns. We've seen some blood fly, some abrasions, some buckles, because Mario was buckled in the 4th, I believe. But it's been a back and forth fight. It's, Barrios is, trying to do a little something. I think the punching power of Thurman is bothering him a bit, because Thurman's coming in there, all buff and shit. Bars. So I think, it's a good fight. Because, Thurman knows how to box. Thurman knows how to move. And it's like Thurman at times, he shows shades of when he had that ponytail and when he was calling out Paulo Malignaggi, Floyd, Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. He was calling out Canelo. That guy, that you better not dunk me, son. He shows shades of that. And Thurman, and you're right. Thurman is getting rounds in. You're right. You know what I mean? He has to. The motherfucker ain't fought in 3 years. Come on, man. You don't go in there and knock somebody out and you still just as fucking green as you was or ripe as you was in 2019, since 2019. This man had a baby, had some good love making and reprocreation and all that good stuff. And you know what I mean? So then he had to come back in the gym. Then he had another surgery. Then, look, Thurman has had a whole lifetime away from the ring. Now he's coming back in the ring and he's looking good against a tall, big son of a gun that's coming from 140 that didn't deserve to be at 140. If anything, I think Mario Barrios, he could fight at 154, tall as he is. He's like the same fucking height as Jarrett Swift-Hurd, and Jarrett Swift-Hurd looks like a middleweight or a super middleweight. So, there you go. See that hook and that jab upward is killing Mario Barrios. Mario's getting frustrated because now Thurman is catching his ass with the angles. And he's getting the rounds in because he knows. He's like, look, I need this. I need to knock off the ring rust. They're showing him pictures of his little girl right now. Look at her. She's a beauty. Hey, she's a beauty. I think his wife's from Dubai or some shit like that. But she's beautiful. Barrios got paid to take punches. Well, I don't think he's trying to lose. I just think he doesn't know what the hell he's going on. I don't think he knows what to use. Bars. Kieth Hairline Thurman. Don't worry. You look him, Miguel Cotto, fuck me, Paulo Malignaggi. Those guys, those guys, they have challenged hairlines. You'll never find a hairline like mine. Your daughter is cute, Kurt. Thank you, man. Roger, Downs, counterpunch to you. I knew Thurman was not focused with his newlywed hot. Oh, she was from Nepal. Yeah, yeah. Crowd Pacquiao fight. If you watch the pre-fight training videos leading up to Pacquiao, he seemed drained. Well, I mean, being drained, being not focused, having that fine young Napoleon woman from Nepal, yeah, you know, he still did a good damn job, especially getting off the canvas. He took a right hand. I don't know what Kieth was doing. Did Kieth get tired? Ooh, good right hand from Kieth. He comes right back because he did some rope-a-dope shit for a while, and it made me think like, okay, what is he doing? Is he tired or what? Is those muscles getting to him? Ooh, good right hand from Thurman. Ooh, dude. Uh, Larry's unofficial scorecard hasn't have Kieth winning every fucking round. Oh, he tried to knock Mario Barrios' fucking eye out of socket when he threw that right hand. Okay, we have a bad cut from Mario Barrios, and that's from a punch. Okay, I think it was coming from a chopping right hand from Kieth Thurman on the inside. Now he's starting to bleed. Marios is. Oh, good right hand. That buckled Mario. That leg left. Here we go. The beginning of the end. Okay. All right. Here we go. Now Kieth Thurman setting those shots up. He's setting them up. The right hand, the right eye, or the left eye, is bleeding profusely. Man. Dia de los Muertos, Holmes. Oh, good right. And the left lands. Yeah, he's low hanging fruit. I think Thurman should go for the kill. What happened? What happened? Did he get hurt? Thurman's hurt from a body punch. Thurman's hurt from a body punch. He's hurt. Thurman's hurt from a body punch. He's hurt. Thurman is hurt from a body punch. People, listen to what I'm saying. He's hurt from a body punch. He gets caught, clipped on the right side with a right hand, cleared to that shot that hurt Thurman. Thurman's trying to survive. This looks like Josecito Lopez fight. Oh, good right from Thurman. Thurman comes back, but that center is still soft. That center is still soft. Wow. Wow, look at the face of Mario Barrios. His face is bloodied. That cut is bad. That side of Thurman is hurt, and this is sad. It's mad. Bars, let's do this shit, man. Who's going to take what? Here's the thing. Both guys let each other cruise. Watch this. Thurman catches him. He throws a jab. Bow! Catches him with a right hand. You see that right leg? Look, that left leg buckles. His stance buckles. You could tell. It knocked off his equilibrium. They did not show the punch that Barrios threw. I didn't like that. What are they doing? Here it is. Here it is. Boom! Left hook. It was a left hook. That hurt Thurman. Bad. Thurman went there and just held. He should have went right forward. Barrios hits him with a right hand. Hits him with a right hand. He should have been all over him like flies on shit. That's what should have happened. This fight is legit. Bars. Damn it, man. Oh, good jab to the body by Barrios. The beginning of a war. Hey, this is a good fight. This makes Tank's win look really effing bad. Bro, have you watched Spence fight? He mediocre as fuck in my opinion. Well, hey, it is what it is. But I tell you this, if Spence hit him with those body punches to Thurman, he will crush Thurman. With the way Errol Spence throws those shots, that would be one hell of a fight. But see, we all knew Kieth Thurman's kryptonite. Bars! Ooh, good right hand over the top by Barrios. Ooh, good run. 2-3 punch combination fight, Kieth Thurman. This is round 9. Now, mind you, there's no knockdowns as of yet. There's no knockdowns. He's hurt and buckled him a couple, one in the 4th and again in the 8th. But in what took place, Barrios landed that shot that it hit pay dirt. And what I don't understand by Mario Barrios, he's no killer. I understand it now. He's not aggressive enough. Oh, good right to the body. Spence loves attacking the body. He does. He does love attacking the body. Come on, let's see this war. Let's fight. Oh, good left hook. See, Thurman has to worry now about catching that liver shot. He has to worry about that. That's why he ain't been throwing those punches. Because once he throws the overhand right, it exposes that. It exposes that area just for a second. So if he misses that right hand, boom, he could get caught. And he doesn't want to end up like that. But you also notice this happens in damn near every Kieth Thurman fight. In the later rounds, Kieth Thurman gets hit with a shot that hurts him. The Pacquiao fight, the Sean Porter fight, the Luis Collazo fight. All the same shit happened to him. He gets hit with a left hook to the body, and then he gets hurt, and then he retreats. And then, he has to tough it up, suck it up, and continue the rest of the fight. Tank would beat Thurman. This dude is done. As force in the welterweight don't vision. Well, see, he sticks, he takes the fucking mouthpiece out. He always does that. He always does that. He takes the mouthpiece out. He takes it out to breathe, to suck it in. Thurman was hurt. See, Sean's talking that shit now because Sean did it to him. Manny made him take it out. I don't know if he took it out with Porter. Thurman got me losing money. Man, Crawford would destroy Thurman. Crawford would destroy. Man, listen, man, that's Crawford. It's Crawford guy. Not a guy that ain't been in the ring. As a matter of fact, Thurman, when Thurman was around, when he was the WBA, because remember he was the WBA and the WBC, Crawford was just getting into the welterweight division. Yeah, Thurman needs a lung transplant. Fuck a lung transplant. He needs a liver transplant, not a lung transplant. Ain't nothing wrong with his lungs. No, absolutely not. Hades, no. The good thing about this, though, if it goes the distance, Mario can hang his head high. He can go back. It's like, hey, I hurt this guy. First time fighting in this division. I proved that I belong. You know what I mean? Good right hand from Barrios, as I say that. And he's throwing these short punches. He should throw a lot more. I don't know what he's doing. He still thinks this is a chess match when he should go in for the battle. He should bring it to Thurman because, see, Thurman knows he can hurt this guy, but he also knows that this guy can hurt him. So that's the equation. And I think that's both making both fighters tentative, hesitant. That's what's happening. Now, it's funny. Mario Barrios, right? He's looking like a fucking Greek statue. His nose is swollen out here because he's taking those jabs to the face like that. That's where it has to come from. Right hand lands. I think that hurt Thurman again with that punch. He comes back with a left and a right, though. See, he threw that right, but he slipped out because he did not. I repeat, he did not want to get hit with that punch again. Is Thurman hurt? He looks tired, though. Thurman looks tired, round 10. He has a minute left. But guess what? Fucking Mario is leaving him, is letting him off the hook. Why? Because he's afraid of getting punched with something. And I don't think, again, he has the killer instinct. I don't believe he has the killer instinct. Let's hit that like button. Let's get all those likes to 200. There's 200 people in the chat, in the trenches. Let's get those wrenches. Bars. Let's go. Hit the like button. Oh, that was low. But you understand, Thurman threw a right. Barrios was what with an uppercut going right to that liver. So that's what Thurman's problem is. Thurman, no, my punch is the right hand. I need to get him out with the right hand. But this guy can counter the shit out of me and catch me with that shot. I may or may not be able to hold that shot in. You know, because Thurman gets hit that one time and he's like, fuck you. I'm not getting hit with that shot again, so I'm going to coast. That's what he's been doing since round 9, okay? So that's the equation between these two. Bloodied up Mario Barrios. His fucking nose is out to here, right? His nose is definitely broken. He's looking like Rocky Marciano or somebody like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Thurman trying to catch him, but he's not trying to do too much to do that. He's not trying to create anything because he's afraid of getting hit. Someone like Canelo Alvarez would destroy Thurman within minutes. Boom! You see that? That left hook lands, and he gets caught again. He gets caught again. Okay, that was that round. Okay, see, that's the problem. He knows he can't get caught with the left hook because every time he gets caught with that shot, Mario Barrios is a guy that's known for left hooks to the body. That's why he didn't abandon it, okay? That's why whoever his corner is, hey, go for that left hook, wait for that right hand. Come with it. Come with it. Because Thurman, that's his soft point. That motherfucker needs to start taking turmeric, some kind of like inflammation reducer. He's gonna need some of that shit after the night. I can tell you that much. I take it on the reg. Okay, they gave him round 8. It's round 11, guys. We still haven't seen a knockdown. You know what I mean? So, you know, we just got a tough fight. Thurman needs to retire ASAP. No, I don't think he needs to retire ASAP. You know, everybody's going to have their thing. I think Errol Spence with his eye. I think Keith Thurman with his fucking body. You know, I think a lot of those guys. Sean Porter, he was durable all the way around, but eventually he got put down too, and he retired. He got out of there, you know. So understand, this is 3 years out of the ring. So, you know, and I will be so daring to say, hey, they'll probably stretch this shit and make a rematch out of it. You know what I'm saying? So this is how this would work. Mario Barrios is not a killer instinct fighter. He's not going. He's not testing Thurman, you know, because he's respecting the punch and power. But I don't think that's what it was anyway. Has more power than Thurman. Well, understand, he was fighting Mario Barrios at 140, not 147. Mario Barrios looks a lot better at 147. You can tell. Some fighters fight at weight classes they have no effing business being in, still in there with. They shouldn't be in that weight class. They need to get in there, get out of there. Yes, but like I told you, if Thurman don't knock this guy out, okay, it's already too late because Thurman, by this time, Tank had already put Mario Barrios' ass out. I think he took him out in round 9. So Thurman's catching hell with this guy that's coming from 140. It doesn't look good. You see, he's throwing now it's like less and less punches, you know. So Mario Barrios is in there. But it's almost like he's trying to survive. And I'm like, okay, dude, go for the fucking kill. Come on, Aztec Warrior. Oh, I don't know I thought it was 9. But it might have been 11, you know. So, I mean, Thurman has to do something. He has to make something happen. Because he hasn't dropped Mario Barrios. He hasn't dropped him. He's hurt him a couple times. But he got hurt a couple times. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. Tank was also down on the scorecards, don't forget. Yeah. I mean, he was, think about it. You got a guy that's fucking 4 foot tall taking on a guy that's 6 foot. You know what I mean? No rematch. I don't want a rematch, but it is what it is. See, these guys are just coasting. These are the championship fucking rounds, and this is what we have. Thurman skipped. Thurman slips, but yeah. Floyd yelled at him to go for the body, for the KO. I mean, he should. Man, we all know Tank's short as shit. You know, he's a short guy. He's short, quick, rapid fire type fighter, explosive, short, stocky. You got to respect the punching power. But but this is at a different weight class. But at this point, guys, understand something. Tank needs to take his ass somewhere, you know. He needs to start getting out of the shadow of Floyd and start making his own claim. But Thurman got himself into a full-fledged fight with a guy coming from 140. Tank gets too much criticism. Well, Tank doesn't get enough exposure, and he doesn't get the premier fights to match his skill. So I don't doubt I don't say he don't have the skill. You know, but fuck, you know what I mean? See, it's round 12, bro. These guys, like, Mario Barrios is coming on. And Thurman is fucking coasting. That's what Thurman's doing. He's coasting. He's taking this round off too. So it's like, okay, what the fuck? What are you really doing? You know, like, you needed the rounds, you got hurt. You know, like, how good are you really? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want the knockout? Thurman did enough to win, but and he's got hurt a couple times, but he didn't show us what he can do after he gets hurt. You got to take a licking and keep on ticking, but you got to keep on ticking. He's just surviving. He's just up. He's not throwing those punches. He should be the good left hook, but that's not enough. We got a minute and a half left, less than a minute and a half. Oh, good left hook. Good right hand to the body. Thurman's tired, though. You could tell. Ooh, good body punching from Mario Barrios. Go back to the body, dickhead. What the fuck is wrong? Barrios is like, he doesn't have the killer instinct, bro. He don't have it. I never thought he had it. You know what I mean? He doesn't. He caught Thurman with a 1-2. Bop, bop. And he stops. You go right back to that punch, just like Pacquiao did him. Like that's what pisses me off about Mario. He's not an aggressive fighter. He's just a fucking surviving mode type fight. He's that kind of dude. Good jab from Barrios, though. Go to the body, dickhead. Nobody told this kid, knock this fucking guy out to the body. Because he's going to need a knockout. 30 seconds left on the score, on the timer. Thurman, go for the knockout. Somebody go for the fucking knockout. Because it's fucking 16 seconds left. Go for the knockout. Come on. Give me a knockdown. Left hook lands. Give me another punch. Come on. Come on. He hurt Mario. Come on. Come on. Well, fight's over. Bloodied and swollen Mario Barrios. No knockdowns. Couple hurts. Little drama. That's what we have. Kieth won, but, we seen his kryptonite once again. Liver. Soft center. Right? Coming from a beginner. Bars. But, I thought this fight was going to escalate. It kind of got to a point and then just stayed there. Way to fucking go. Way to fucking go. The Fighting Prophet fight, yeah, unanimous decision. Yeah, that's good for him, but it's bad for the sport because he should have got this guy out of here. Keith Thurman should have got this guy out of here. You know, he should have. He should have went for it because we know he could hurt him. We know the punches was landing. He gets caught to the body a couple fucking times and he stops. He stops to survive just like Mario Barrios did. Okay, Mario Barrios didn't come in this fucking fight to win. He came to survive to prove that he belonged. You know, basically, you know what he did? He did a Mikey Garcia. When Mikey Garcia went to 147 against Errol Spence, and Errol Spence, you know, tried. He said he didn't try at one point, and he said he tried at another point. You know, like, okay, whatever. You know, but he pretty much did what Mikey Garcia did. And look what happened to Mikey. You know, that was Mikey when he was undefeated, though. Loncho. Yes, that was fucking pay-per-view. This is the type of shit that they're putting on pay-per-view. Was it exciting? No, not really. I mean, we had some exciting rounds. But I mean, this whole fucking card sucked cock. It did. And motherfuckers paid $79 for this shit, including me. I'm one of those motherfuckers. So, like, you know, next opponent for Thurman, it has to be fucking Yordenis Ugas. Now, that'll be a fight worth watching because I support Cuban fighters because I don't think they get enough support. You know, they don't get enough from my folks over there. You know, how a lot of them are brainwashed. All they think about is Olympics and shit and being broke and drinking fucking rum and all that shit. So, whatever. So, I mean, I think that fight will be good. And I think Yordenis Ugas will take out Keith one-time Thurman. It will be a good fight because Thurman will make it. Unanimous decision. New record 30-1. Okay? He gets some type of fucking medal. I don't know what the fucking medal's for on the WBC end or whatever. It looks like some shit. You know, they give fighters. Thurman did well on his comeback. It ain't all knockouts. Well, no, it ain't all knockouts. It ain't. But, you know, Thurman, he should have showed more resistance and more bounce back. Look at the face of Mario Barrios. That dude looks like a fucking alien. He looks like an alien. Look at him. He looks like a fucking Cleon from Star Trek. Ugas trying to retire. I mean, Ugas is 35, 36 years old, bro. Time is up. Time is up. Barrios, the Cleon warrior. Yeah, that motherfucker. Look at him. Look at this motherfucker's face. Look at this shit. Look at his face, dude. Look at his face. That motherfucker looks like a Cleon. Okay, enough of that. Because they will shut that shit down. Phew. Right? He looks like a fucking Cleon. Barrios far from trash. He shows up to fight 12 rounds. Dickhead the Cleon. Ugas is 35, hungry as hell. Yeah, well. Ugas, that's my guy. Thurman made Barrios look worse than Tank did. I don't know about that. Tank got the stoppage. But you have to understand that's Tank's style. Tank's style is to go in there and crush you, bash you, smash you. Shorter fighters are built to fight certain ways because they're shorter fighters. Mike Tyson didn't become famous by outboxing his opponent. He came in there to destroy you. Why? He was a shorter guy and he had to. If his style was to be effective being a shorter guy, he would have to go in and stop the other guy. Okay? Barrios versus Tank was fixed. Mayweather had 11-round KO in the betting. Damn. Tank is exciting but overrated. Well, this is a good fight overall, but I mean, Thurman, he talks a good game. People are getting the fuck out of there. You know, he should have done better to me, but then again, you have to look at this. You have to look at Keith Thurman ain't been there in 3 years. You have to look at that. 79 was overing for all scorecards, but maybe you haven't had announced I was serious. Michael Poe, thank you, brother, for that super chat. That $9.99. I love pounds, by the way. They're much more than dollars. Keith Thurman wearing that WBC Mercy. Kurt, is it just me, or do you think Tank can compete with the top welterweights? I mean, if he can get there. Shit, he could get 6 foot wide, right? You know. That WBC merch. Okay. I was about to say Mercy. I don't know what that means. Fifth consecutive fight to go 12 rounds. Look at me. Look at me. That Thurman wanted to take it to the later rounds. Well, hey, you know, I look at it. It was, it was a good fight for Keith. I'm about to do the recap, guys. I thank all of you guys for coming on. Thank you for coming on to the live stream, each and every one of you. Stay tuned for the recap because I will do that here shortly. And everybody on the chat, you guys have been counterpunched. Thank you all that stayed up from the UK to see this fight over this way. Bars. You guys have a blessed day. Have a good night, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. What is Crawford's move, Kurt? Crawford's move is to destroy everybody else, have a showdown with Ugas because he won't get it from our like Errol the Truth Spence. But anyway, boxing gist. Big up, Kurt. You are the best. Appreciate you guys. Psycho Crusher, everybody. I'm out. Peace.